Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 460. It was a busy week, one of the busiest weeks I've ever seen. You knew that was coming. I was like the headliner on Sean's podcast this week, so I had to open just with how incredibly busy this week has been. It's been something else.
People tried to say, they were like, well, a bunch of games came out. I was like, yeah, they did, but that's not news. It's not like these games just randomly appeared and nobody knew that they were going to show up. Like, it's a little different.
Well, what's interesting is I think all the games that came out this week, we've played all, like, people on this podcast coming together collectively have played at least every game. I think so. We might be able to run the gauntlet here and actually go over all these games. So, well, I don't know. Did you get Tamagotchi Life, Celia?
I haven't had time for anything, but it is on my list. So soon.
Okay, eventually. I left that one out of the title anyway. I figured if Josie was here, we could ask her about it, but otherwise, I left it out of the title because I didn't know if we'd have someone here for that. But I think the other three, we have people here for them. So I think we're in good shape. How's it going, Celia?
Pretty good. So you might notice the background's different. I'm at my friend Megan's house right now. We're celebrating her birthday tonight, and it made more sense for me to be here and help her set up and then do the Spawncast and then go party with her. So, but if it gets loud, I will leave early. So just a heads up.
Okay, good stuff. Radic, how's it going, sir?
Things are going okay. It's been raining a lot this week, especially today. So it's been like all gloomy and cloudy outside. So it kind of brings the mood down. But other than that, been gaming the usual, working on some videos. So yeah, pretty good.
Dude, that Uncharted video was hit pretty well.
Yep. Very thankful. Very grateful. Next video on the way is Twisted Metal crossovers. I had to play a bunch of, I played Drawn to Death, meaning I booted it up and it immediately gave me that error message. You cannot access this game because like the network services are shut down. I'm like, all right, great. So I had to do a little research on YouTube, find what I needed. But yeah, YouTube thing is going pretty well. Again, pretty grateful for all the support and the comments, all the very positive comments and the few negative ones. But you get used to that. I'm sure you guys are very used to all the
few's not bad. Just a few. That's not bad.
Yeah, just a few. Yeah.
Well, you made it when you have some real enemies. So.
Yeah. You need the negative comments too. You need both. So, but hey, if you just getting comments, that's the first step.
Yeah, it's like having a bad review
and feel the need to type something out. I mean, that's the thing. They felt the need to type something out and hit submit. So they cared. Yeah. They cared enough.
Yeah,
I'm good that way. Evan, how's it going, sir?
Going all right. Just got back in. Thumbnail up.
Evan actually did cover one of the games, to my understanding, that we'll be going over. So I was actually mildly surprised that you were drawn to Replaced. So
it was cheap enough to give it a shot, but it was okay.
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll check in with you. And Sean is also here. Big deal, by the way, that Sean's here because he is like the Knicks playoff game immediately into this while WrestleMania is going on.
While I'm playing Neo Geo.
He's playing Neo Geo, a lot's happening.
There's a lot of screens going on in the living room. A lot of things going on right now.
It's good to have Couch GT here, hanging out. Who's the other playoff game on tonight?
It's Houston versus Lakers, but KD was a late scratch, so I don't know. That's very strange to me because I don't know that they're gonna win tonight with just Şengün, but we'll see.
Okay. Did you see the big Giants trade that just happened?
Somebody messaged me about it on Facebook, and it was like, "Oh, you got 2 top 10 picks." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, Dexter Lawrence," and I was like, "That piece of shit." I was like, "Fine, I'll take it."
That's
Who
pretty
did they
good.
Trade with?
It was the Bengals.
Okay.
So it's a decent pick. They are 2 top 10 picks. That's good. That's good stuff for them.
Yeah, I'll take it for sure. I mean,
they don't need a quarterback, so they can pick some pretty good skill position players.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't obviously there was some miscommunication there. Something wasn't going well with the team, but I mean, when you're injured a lot, it kind of degrades your value a little bit.
Sean, I gotta ask you: are you thankful you've growing up you chose to be a Giants fan instead of a Jets fan?
Yeah, I mean, I saw championships.
Yeah. Twice, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember the last time the Jets were. I mean, there was a point where they were in the playoffs, but they weren't actually like contenders. It felt like I can't remember the last time the Jets were actually like good. it's mostly been them kind of like bumbling and stumbling through each season for decades.
Wasn't Tim
now.
Tebow on that team for like 1 year, one season?
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's it was
It's been all
something
downhill
else.
since Vinny Testaverde.
Wow, that was a while ago. Jeez.
Vinny Testicle, as my uncle calls him.
Okay, it was 2009. Yeah, that was
09,
the year.
yeah.
That was the year that. So what happened that year? It's really funny for gaming. Madden 2009 came out. They had Favre on the cover in his Packers uniform, and the trade happened as all that was going down for Madden 2009. So what they did was they set it up, and you could print out the cover art. They redid. Probably through Photoshop and stuff, but redid it so that he was in now his Jets jersey, and you would then change out the cover art so that Favre was like current. Yeah. It was pretty funny how that went down because they were just kind of caught as like, oh, he's our cover athlete, and we have the wrong uniform on him.
That's pretty funny.
It was like that one of those weird moments in gaming for Madden, but might be a trivia question someday, like 10 years or something from now. All right, what did we have this week? Multiple games. 4 different games technically, all kinds of news hitting everywhere. There was so much stuff happening. It was hard to keep up. Now, Sean and I were talking about this a little bit with gaming this past week and some of the news, and I do think it mostly fell back on the releases really for what happened this week. But still, there were some ratings that happened for the Switch 2 that seemed to keep going on, and then Neo Geo randomly, as in people woke up one morning and they're like, "Hey, Neo Geo everywhere." So we can go over that, and then a few other things that I picked out here as well. Let me give a shout out to everyone popped up in the chat here when we went live, and we have Starry-Eyed Production saying, "Have you seen Wild Blue Skies, the Star Fox clone?" I've seen it. I've not played it, but I have seen it.
There's a couple Star Fox clones out there. I'm not. Let me grab my phone. I'll look at that. What was it called?
It was Wild Blue Skies. I definitely remember seeing that. That was pretty bright, like art style from it, kind of almost mildly cell shaded from what I remember. Fransby gifted 20 Spawnwave membership. Shout out to Fransby, by the way. If you got a gifted membership from Fransby, definitely say thank you in the chat. Big shout out there. May or may not be Todd Howard. Cool Tom says, good. Yeah, right. It's very, like I said, it's very bright, very colorful. Cool Tom says, with all the Dragon Ball announcements, Super coming back, could we perhaps expect some Dragon Ball content? Love you all. Appreciate what you guys do. Yeah, I actually would like to do some of that because it happens in waves. Like sometimes there is just a drought on Dragon Ball stuff, and then all of a sudden it's just like a ton of it. There's stuff everywhere, and obviously they plan it out. So it's like, oh, we're gonna do the anime stuff. There's gonna be a movie, and there's gonna be a game, and there's gonna be some kind of mobile tie-in. Obviously, they do all of this at once, but it is something I like to occasionally go to. And Celia, Dragon Ball fan over there too. So we can. Nate likes Dragon Ball. Celia likes Dragon Ball. I bet you I could probably ask Nano, and he would come by for an episode. So yeah,
I would love
something Dragon Ball related.
I would love to yap about it. So definitely.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, Celia has some dogs around her too, like actual dogs. So.
Oh yeah, no, there's 2 dogs with me, Leia and Hemingway. So they'll be in and out. Yeah, no, they're so cute and sweet.
I don't think a chat minds the dogs. So shout out to Hemingway. That's a good name. This is from Demonic Brawler, who says, "I'm playing Mouse P.I. on Switch 2 while listening."
Yes, I'm so jealous of you. That game is so good.
Fransby says, just bought Crow Country Collector's Edition from Fangamer. Great page. I'm never going back to LRG. Oh, from Fangamer. I don't think I've ever bought anything from Fangamer. I don't know. Is there shipping better?
So side note, shout out to Fangamer, but also Crow Country. It's like a PS1 style game, and it's really cool. It's low poly. Big fan.
He probably smells that damn cat on you.
No, they're very upset because like there's a bunch of people in the living room, and like they like put it separately, which is the office, which is also where I'm doing this. So we're all hanging out.
They're concerned. They're concerned.
Yeah.
They're very concerned.
Dogs will always cry when that happens. Like when I have friends over, I have to put them in my room. They always cry.
Dude, I'm not used to it. I'm just a little meowy cat, and like Schmutz is so quiet.
Cody Bishop says, to support Mouse P.I, I bought a copy on PS5 and Switch. Good stuff. That's a game that is on the cartridge physically as well for the Switch too. They're not going with game key card, despite it being, I think 50, 40. I'm gonna say 40. So it's not full price though, which is nice. All right, good stuff.
Well,
I guess
30 digitally.
so it's 30 digitally. I think it's the thing where it's $10 more physically. And that's not out till July, I believe, for the Switch too. But yeah, it's like $30 digitally, which I guess we can start with Mouse P.I. for hire, because man, this, as I mentioned, there's definitely 4 games that I think there's 3 that people are really talking about online that are like pretty big right now, that being Mouse P.I., Pragmata, and Tamagotchi Life. Replaced, interesting looking, but Evan, you had a chance to check this game out. So I want to start with that so we can go over some of your thoughts. I played it for a total of 45 minutes. And unfortunately the whole opening is kind of about that length. So
yeah, it's okay. I ended up not really liking it because it got a little too repetitive. But visually, I mean, yeah, it's still stunning the whole way through. It's great, but I don't know, it needed to cook longer. I don't know what.
It has that low poly kind of look to it, right? Like it's like a 16-bit mixed with like 32-bit era.
It's low poly, but done in a 3D setting using a lot of atmospherics and a lot of specialized lighting to try to like just give it a different feel, kind of like the Shadows of Doubt game, which I mean, I love the hell out of that. So it's kind of along the same lines visually, but gameplay wise, I mean, in the first 2 chapters, the amount of times you fall from a ceiling into a stun animation, into slowly getting up, into then fighting 10 people, it's like there's a different way to do this. You don't have to keep introducing fights this way. And it kind of keeps doing that. And a lot of times in dead silence. I thought there was going to be more music, but it's just like ambient noise. Spend the next 30 minutes running through things and platforming.
So the combat's kind of like, is it like art, like kind of like Batman Arkham style?
It's like
combat?
2D Batman Arkham, but the AI occasionally does weird things. Because if you ever play Batman Arkham, the AI usually interacts with you in a way where there's moments of like, I'm attacking now, and then this guy won't swing. But in this one, occasionally it'll be like, all right, 3 of us are going to attack. You're just going to get hit. Like it's just gonna happen, and you're like, all right, cool, thanks.
How long was the game?
10 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's about right. Okay, wait, what is it? What's the price on Steam right now for that?
It's like 15 something.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it popped up on Game Pass, and I was like, okay, that's not a bad Game Pass download for people, but I wasn't sure what it cost on Steam at that price. Okay, I see. It's $20.
$19.99.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got it maybe on sale. I don't know.
That's not bad. They do that thing where they'll do a launch discount, like the first 48 hours or something. It might be discounted 20%, something like that. But I think that the most striking thing about that game clearly is the atmosphere and the visuals. That's the thing that I mostly remember from it right now. So
they had cool little concepts, like the one menu that was basically just a Game Boy you pulled out and had to like scroll through with your thumb and stuff. It was kind of cool.
Did you notice the way that they do the loading between each like board, like scene kind of? They have that like the wall go in front of you, and then it ends up jumping out the other side. That's kind of like an interesting way to like load in the next scene. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's so many moments where I'm like, man, they could have just done something a little different here. Like you collect music in the game, it goes into your little like media player, and then you experience most of the game in dead silence. I really wanted to just be able to pull out the music player, turn on a song from the game, put it back in your pocket, and just go through. Because it's a little Prince of Persia-y, like classic Prince of Persia in the like free running sections. So there's like this weird physics to it, and you kind of have to like get certain angles and timings down to go places. And then you're just doing that in basically, if you ever sit in a room with electronics and you just hear that like, that's all you're getting. That's it. That's the only noise you're hearing while you're just like sprinting through areas. It's just really awkward.
So it does have like actual platforming to it as well, where you like grab onto the ledge, and it's
a lot, almost more that than fighting. Honestly,
okay. Is your person actually like somewhat agile, or are they like kind of clumsy on purpose?
Yeah, you get like double jumps, you get like crazy swinging around doing stuff. There's a lot going on with them. You get a pickaxe that you put into the wall so you can hold it, then jump from it and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, someone was asking in the chat, Evan, are you checking out Windrose?
No.
Okay,
I've seen people play it. It looks decent. It's just I'm currently not into it because I want to play it with more people. It's like a pirate Valheim almost. It's just
that's what it looked like. It said it had kind of Souls-like combat as well.
It looks decent. So, I'd want to play it with people, and then it would
seem like one of those like kind of PC style games like that community setting. So I wasn't sure, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you get some people to get together to play that, let me know, because that's it looked kind of interesting. I mean, maybe it's the pirate theme to it as well. It looks it's kind of what I was expecting. I mean, I know Sea of Thieves obviously is popular. Kind of what I was thinking Sea of Thieves would have been like. Is
thank God it came out before Black Flag.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. What about Mouse P.I for Hire? Who had a chance to play that? Celia's jealous of whoever's about to say yes, apparently.
I've played a good bit of it.
I have played it and I beat it a few hours ago.
Oh, okay, there you go. Because you messaged me asking about the platinum run for that, like how it was looking. You didn't get a chance to play it yet, Celia?
No, I've been so busy with work, but I'm very excited about the game. I got to see a lot of it from GDC because like we were in the same like indie showing thing, and it looked really cool. And though normally that type of game isn't my my style. I'm not really much of a shooter. It's so fun. I'm really excited for it. Not shooter, like FPS kind of thing, but looking forward to it.
All right, let's hear. So you played it, Sean. I figured you were playing it Switch 2 while you're watching everything that's going on today, and I know Radic, you're playing on the PS5. So what are the thoughts so far on Mouse P.I? I've played 3 hours of it so far.
I'd say it's one of the most enjoyable games I've played this year.
Okay, it's one of the most enjoyable ones you played this year. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I like the vibe. I think the shooting could be a little tighter, I feel, especially with like the shotgun. And I feel like there's some cultural appropriation with some of the enemies saying gabagool. It kind of bothered me a little, but I think the writing is really well done. The game is very creative. It's always adding in different wrinkles and different layers and stuff like that. I like the setting. I like the music. I really like the game, and I didn't know if I would like it as much as I actually am enjoying it.
Yeah, because I fired it up, and it tries to throw you, I think, into a frame rate mode, and it was I think 120 FPS, and the sensitivity on the stick for the PS5, it was just flying around. I don't know if you got that, Radic, but I know on the Switch 2, the travel, if you're using like the Joy-Cons, is a little less than if you have like a full like a PS or a Switch 2 Pro controller. Do you have any issues with aiming in that game, Sean?
Well, like I was saying with the shotgun, it feels like the shotgun, like I don't know. I guess with a shotgun, I expect the spread to be a little bit more, and it's kind of like you have to be like super accurate with it, and that kind of took me a little bit to get used to. But no, for the most part, it's been all right.
What about you, Radic? How you feeling right now about now that you've beaten the game? How many more trophies you need? What's the word on this game?
So I pretty much echo what Sean said. Really enjoyed this game. It wasn't really on my radar per se. Like I saw one trailer months ago. Like, yeah, it looks cool. I'll get to it when I get to it. They sent me a code. I'm like, all right, I'll play it. And then turns out I enjoyed it enough to beat it within. Did this come out officially Thursday or Friday?
The Thursday.
Friday? Oh, I feel like it was Friday, but it could have been
Friday?
Thursday.
Okay. So yeah, I beat
I
it.
didn't get a code.
Like...
Must be nice. I bought the fucking thing.
Let me see. Mouse P.I for Hire. When did that come out? That was on the 16th. So it came out Thursday.
Thursday.
2 days ago.
Okay. Dope. Yeah. So I beat it in 2 days. The game was longer than I thought it was going to be. Maybe a little bit too long because like by the end of the third act, I felt like it was kind of dragging a little bit. But I like the variety in the stages. One thing I do recommend: make sure you explore the stages thoroughly, because once you exit it, you can't go back. And there's no level select after you beat the game, so you're gonna have to do a fresh new run. So just be warned. Collectibles are worth it, especially the schematics, which allows you to upgrade your weapons. So you upgrade your weapons once, you get like a different alt fire with your L2, which is very useful. You get new weapons constantly. Not only new weapons, you also get new character upgrades in terms of traversal. So you can like use your grappling hook, hover, double jump, shit like that. I really like Troy Baker's performance in this game. He's doing a lot of cheese puns.
I thought it was really funny when the game is starting up and it flashes up on screen Troy Baker. I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course.
Yep.
This dude's everywhere, but why not?
Yeah, and as Sean said, I feel like the style of this game is like the biggest draw. I'm not gonna say like I'm the biggest expert on old cartoons. I like the Bugs Bunny and Tweety Bird show on Teletoon back in the day, which was a bunch of like old cartoon shorts like spliced together.
Mhm.
So that was cool. And yeah, I highly recommend it, especially for like what, $40, $30 digital.
30
Well
bucks
worth your
for
digitally,
money,
yeah. Mhm.
Well worth it. Well worth your money. So
It's definitely a unique game. You mentioned the art style, and I the one thing is they really stuck to it, because when you're running through all these enemies and mowing them down, like they have blood that splatters out of them and stuff. And I feel like most developers, they would have really thought about making the blood like just red to contrast against everything else.
Yeah.
But now they stuck with it. It's just like blood just comes out of them, and it's just
they have cool
gray or
animations
black.
too when they die in a very specific way. Like if
Yeah,
they get, like,
yeah.
fire, like you see their bones like turn into dust. It's like
They
really
turn
cool.
into dust, yeah, and like the
Yeah.
eyes like fall into the pile. It's like it's fun, it's like the old cartoon.
Should email
fun.
him, John. Tell him to do the Schindler's List cut.
Yeah. I mean, they
Fucking
got away
amazing,
with
like-
they got away with the teen rating, and I almost wonder if they went. I mean, I don't think it's because of that, but I almost wonder if they were more colorful with some of the death animations, if they would have gotten close to that mature rating. But I do like that they stuck with it. It is absolutely just like black and white, old style cartoon. The environments are 3D though, so it's interesting because every person you see in the game, all the characters are all flat 2D, so they rotate around as you're looking at them, which is interesting. And there's definitely some significant auto aim on, as you mentioned, with some of the shooting and stuff, Sean. You don't even have to kind of near them. If you're in the vicinity, you'll usually hit them with like your pistol or something.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
Especially with the Tommy gun, like the auto aim came very helpful with the Tommy gun. For sure.
I did like the they put you on that. They have like the little world map thing. I thought that was funny. It's like, oh, you got to drive there in your little car.
It reminds me of Dick Tracy on the NES.
Yep. It controls a bit better than that, but yeah.
And you don't have a bunch of fucking people shooting at you from God knows where.
You must have played the card game too, Radic, the baseball card game.
Baseball. It's cute.
I suck at that shit, dude. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but like I am terrible at it.
I'm going through it, and I guess it's kind of like War, where you both throw down cards, and whoever has the higher number,
pretty much
assume get it. The thing with these card games is I like to have that. It's not a real card game, quote unquote, like they can be played in person, because it does rely on chance or just being able to have the CPU and the game itself act along. But this is a game that definitely feels like it would just not work in person. It has to be in the game, so it is definitely like a video game card game.
And try that at too many games. Make your own little cards, bring them. I'm sure Bob Wolf will play with you.
Yeah, he would. And I don't know if you need to play. I got a trophy, I think, for winning one. I don't know if you need to go through.
You gotta win 30 games.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I did 20. I'll do the 10 later on. It was like kind of like long in the tooth.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. They have like the story. I think the storytelling's fun, because you mentioned there's a lot of puns, and he has like the inner monologue going as you're kind of going through in like the old timey kind of talk. And it's fun. It's fun. I did see, like, what was it? IGN's review said there was too much cheese, and I thought that was strange, because you assume there'd be a lot of cheese.
It's classic cartoon. It has to have it.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think the game's pretty fun from what I've played. Radic, you went all the way through it. You recommend it, so
yeah.
Wasn't any furries I could jerk off to, so 6 out of 10. That should be the new thing. Instead of like 7 out of 10 too much water, 6 out of 10 no furries to jerk off to.
Dang. Get right on making that blog.
6 out of 10 too much.
Sean's
cheese,
furry scale, man.
The furry scale.
No, that's not me. That's them.
Sure.
Well, Mouse P.I, it's out now. People should check it out. I kind of want to get it. Actually, I kind of want to get it physically on the Switch too, just because it is on that cart, and it's that'd be a fun game for the collection. All right, let's talk. Oh, actually, Radic, did you play that in quality mode or in the performance 120
I played
mode?
it quality because they were both in 60, so I was like, I'll just pick the one that's 60 and with better resolution.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the game itself already looks. I mean, it's dressed up by the art style a lot, so I did the quality mode, and it's still fine. Do they have a performance quality mode on the Switch 2 version too, Sean?
Yeah, they do. I've just been playing on performance.
Okay.
I guess I can try it on quality.
I didn't know if in like handheld mode it played around with the 40 FPS mode or anything with quality. Actually, I think they might have put a chart out. I guess I could look that up.
Ew. I don't like this. I'm going back to performance.
Okay. There you go.
Does it run at 120 on PS5 or no?
On PS5, I thought it because I'm playing on the PS5 Pro, and when I change to like the high frame rate mode, it has to do that thing where it flickers the screen, like it turns the screen off for a minute, comes back on, and usually that happens when it's jumping between like refresh rate. So gotcha. I thought it was a 120 mode. Again, I think they have a chart they put out. But when I put it on that mode, the sensitivity was crazy. Like I had to like lower the sensitivity if I was even going to try that, because you move the stick a little bit and your cursor goes flying. So,
I was surprised by like the default sensitivity, which I liked. Like that's fine with me, but like it took me a second to get adjusted to it for sure.
Let me see. We have Deported Sicilian Gamer says Last Stand Media leaked a rumor that Nate the Hate is actually employed by Nintendo, which is why he doesn't show his face. Thoughts?
Did they really?
The call is coming from inside the house.
Bro, the man does not have air conditioning. I think if you work for Nintendo...
Why are you burying him like this?
I'm not. I'm just saying. The man does not have air conditioning. He don't work for
Galaxy
Nintendo.
S5, and he doesn't have air conditioning. He works at Nintendo.
That's wild.
I mean, I don't know if they actually...
Was that an April Fool's joke?
It might have been. I don't know.
Like,
I have to see the source of that. They're
just making up stuff now, aren't they?
Nate does not work at Nintendo. I will help everyone out here now. I know. I do know that Nate does not work there. I will tell you, just based on the stuff he's told me and the way he acts sometimes, he is not working at Nintendo. Let's see. It's from Chris saying Nate the Hate needs to leak a Chrono Trigger HD 2D remake, to get the gears going for all current gen systems. Unfortunately, Nate's been kind of shooting down stuff like Final Fantasy 9, that remake just being on ice right now. I'd like him to randomly show up with a thumbnail that has Chrono Trigger box art in it, but...
So, question about the Chrono Trigger remake. Would you want it to be an HD 2D remake or like a full-on like 3D
that's a good
remake?
question. My only issue with the HD 2D stuff at this time, because there have been so many of them, they're starting to look very similar because I've seen it so many times now. So I don't know if I'd want that. I mean, it's the obvious thing to do because they own like that, the style, and like they did, like trademarked it and everything, so they want to use it. But at this point with Chrono Trigger, I have no problem if they say, you know what, we're just gonna port original Chrono Trigger over to all these systems, and you can just buy it for $20 or something, and we'll call it a day. I don't know if they need to mess with that formula too much. They can just and do their trophies or achievements or what have you, move it over so everyone can kind of experience that game as it was when it released. Let's see. Shadow says replaced is a cheap knockoff of The Last Night. I will take your word for that. Last night.
The Last Night.
I don't know. I was like, I'll take your word for that. Ashoka says, can't wait till RGT mentions Dark Side Phil.
Just for that, I'm not.
I think you're right.
$2? No.
I think that pause, you were thinking about it there. You were like about to do the impression.
You gotta at least a tenner.
Added another 0 to that super chat for sure.
Yeah.
Zoop says, why indies such as Mouse have no pre-order on PlayStation? Such as like Mouse P.I?
Oh, I think I get what he's asking. Like some games, like some smaller scale games, you can't pre-order them digitally on PS5. You can only buy them once they officially release.
Oh, that is interesting. I mean, I guess the game is pretty small anyway, so you buy it and it installs and it's done in a few minutes kind of. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
If only there was someone who would know on this panel.
If only there was. Oh, well.
Shoka says, all I want is a port of Chrono, no remake, please. Modern Square Enix would butcher it for modern audiences.
I mean, that's another question, right? Because wasn't that a story about Final Fantasy? It's it's becoming too old head focused. Not focused, but the audience is more older.
Yes.
I feel like if they just port Chrono Trigger, new people aren't gonna gravitate towards that.
But it would be something you could recommend to somebody a lot easier. It is difficult because people will go, well, where can I buy it? And it was for the longest time hard to recommend. Like the Steam version wasn't great when it came out because it was like the mobile phone version. They just ported over, and there were some issues there with that. So people weren't necessarily ready to recommend that one. But people go, oh, just emulate it. And I do know people obviously can emulate Super Nintendo stuff very easily, but there is like a large section of people who are just like,
Just have no interest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather just buy it on this platform or this system or whatever and just play it that way. So I'm a little surprised Square hasn't done that yet because it's not easy to move games around to platforms, but that it's not like it's a brand new IP or full remake from the ground up. So it just feels like, I guess, easy money is what I call it for that game.
Is there like a licensing thing with that game? I'm not really familiar with Chrono Trigger, so
I don't think so because they have done releases for it. So I don't think there is. That's not
weird.
Really sure what the deal
they're
is.
so like gun shy about it then.
I think that's one of the reasons that there is so much speculation that Square is doing something with it because they haven't moved it over, and it's like that seems obvious. But now we are starting to see some stuff. I think with Chrono Triggers, like figures that were recently released popped up online. I saw at like I think it was a different convention or trade show where Square was doing like new releases for an anniversary with it. And
sounds like cope to me.
Yeah, well, it could be that too, but it does seem like they're doing some stuff with Chrono Trigger, just not what people want, which is a remaster, remake, or just a re-release.
If only there was a Super Nintendo subscription service that they could add it to.
Yeah, Square's not doing that. Square's looking for the money.
Oh yeah,
they're looking for the money. Tijo says, "Can we just take in the fact that Sony remembered Wild Arms exists? I hope Implicit did something about the progression blocking bugs and oversights from the original release, particularly from Xseed." So he's talking about the PlayStation Plus where Wild Arms 4 is going in. And I know people were, of course, looked at that PlayStation because I always do the thing where you see the banner games and then I just scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm like, let me see what the premium offerings are. And it was still just one game. But at least it was a PS2 game. That's where we are right now. That's like the level we're at. It's like, at least it was a PS2 game.
God, it's so sad, dude. That's like, that's like, as you said, that's the level we're at. Like, we used to get 3 games a month. 3.
Yeah.
And now we get 1. But as you said, Wild Arms 4, great pick. PS2 game, JRPG. We already have Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3 on the service. So we just need, I think, the PSP game and Wild Arms 5. And I think that's it for the Wild Arms games. I never played Wild Arms 4, so I don't know like the quality or the inner workings of the game. But yeah, it's 2. I feel like 2 games a month would be ideal. You know, I don't feel like that's asking for too much because 1 a month does feel like so like glacial in terms of output. But
yeah, I mean, you could even do a filler game. Like you could just go through like the PSP or PS1 library and pick some random third-party license game that they have no problem dishing
that's the
out,
thing, right?
So.
Because like at least with 2 games there's like a 50% chance like, okay, at least like, you know, one of these games is gonna appeal to me. Then like I remember last month or the month before it was like Disney's Wall-E on PS2. It's like, all right,
hell yeah,
that's our
classic
game of the month, Wall-E.
What was that? What the platinum look like in that? Did it have platinum?
Yeah, it did. I still need to get back to it. Actually, I will platinum that game just to support it. You know, just to show. Yeah,
just to do it. This is from Gary, who says Costco had a huge sale today where some of the Switch 2 first-party games were $30 each. One guy in my area was buying up all the Pokemon Z8 copies at multiple Costco locations. I was able to nab Air Riders and Metroid Prime 4.
I saw
okay,
that.
Do we know if it's just today or like what? Sorry, if I pet the dog, he stops whining. So that's what I'm doing, like with this hand right now. Do we know if that sale's continuing? Because I really want to pick up Air Riders.
$30 is good.
$30 is amazing. Like that is such great value for those games. So I really hope that there's copies left tomorrow.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I saw a lot of people taking pictures of that, like the $29.99 in Costco. I guess find out tomorrow. Jeffrey says, RGT, talk about DSP. Celia wants updates.
No, I don't.
Ashoka says, why am I toxic?
Oh, there we go. All right, $10. See, I really didn't get a chance to watch him this week because he played Pragmata, and it's like, well, I might play that one day. And then he played Mouse P.I, and I was like, well, I'm going to play that. So I didn't really get to watch him too much this week, unfortunately. But I always like when he does his side profile when he switches over to another monitor because that hairstyle is fucking wild, dude. Like,
Is
I would love to know what he tells his barber to do. I feel like his wife cuts his hair, to be honest.
I never thought about that with him. If there is a game that he is like playing through that you don't want to be spoiled, you just don't watch him for upwards of a week. Then,
well, I mean
that's the
how
secret.
that's how every streamer kind of is if you think about it. Like, it's crazy to me when like, I don't know, people just like ruin games for themselves by watching them, and it's like, okay, but I don't know, if you ever wanted to play it, it's kind of like, unless it's like a multiplayer game, then who cares? But thank you for the support.
I'm Adventure says, assuming Rhythm Heaven isn't the last one, any predictions on the last Nintendo published Switch 1 game?
I hope to God it's Rhythm Heaven. Move on from that godforsaken system.
Kirby the robot one,
Planet Robobot.
remastered.
Yeah, that's a good point. I figured it'd be a remaster or something that they grab from the 3DS or the Wii or Wii U or something somehow. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of picturing. So Planet Robot would make sense. I can see that.
Any bets for the last game like ever on Nintendo Switch?
Oh gosh, like from anyone, third party or
okay, so my guess is Just Dance, because like they kept the Wii alive, like they just didn't stop. So like
that is
I think
probably
that's probably the plan.
answer, yeah.
Let's see. This is Mac Mega, who says, hear me out. What about a Chrono Trigger in the Dragon Quest 11 art style? They both have Akira Toriyama art style, and you could turn on a 16-bit mode on Dragon Quest. That's true. You can do that.
That was cool.
Yeah, I don't mind that look. That was also done in Unreal Engine, and they obviously have experienced that now. So maybe, I mean, if they could translate it over and maybe layer it on top so you can switch back and forth, that would actually be kind of cool, because then you can just say, well, I don't like the new style. I'm just going to play through with the old look. I wouldn't mind that. That's actually a good idea, because then you just have the option there. Yeah. What if you could change on the fly, though? That'd be interesting, because I think in Dragon Quest 11 you had to quit out and change, or you had to even start a whole new game, I think. Yeah. So if they have it where you can just jump between them with a press of a button, that would be really cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that, Mac Mega. That's a good idea. That's the move right there. Okay. Let's talk about Pragmata. See, I was saying Pragmata, and then they say it in the game, and it's Pragmata.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, there you go. So I've been wrong. Pragmata. At least that's what they're saying in conversation with it. So people played the demo. The demo was like 10 minutes long or something, 10 or 15 minutes. They played through it multiple times. It was like super out of context. There was no real answer about what you were doing in the game necessarily with the story or the setting. And that immediately is solved, as you'd expect, when you open Pragmata. So I'm 3 hours into this game. It's doing that thing, by the way, with Resident Evil Requiem. I think most of us, when we played through the game, we had an idea as to what our time should be, and then it showed us a time that was way less. That was, you think, I played this like 13 hours, right? Oh, here's
just like not counting. It's only counting when you're like actually quote unquote playing it. I think.
Yeah. So it's kind of doing that now. To where the PlayStation 5 is, it's 3 hours, and I look and it says, it's an hour and a half. I'm like, I don't know, because my main gun is one step from being fully upgraded at this point. So I don't think the game is super long necessarily, just based on how the upgrades are going, and it is constant. They are just throwing stuff at me. Like every corner you go around, there's some kind of, they have like little squares you pick up that upgrade your suit, or Diana, the little girl that rides around on your backpack, or your health or weapons or what have you. And then you have other currency that you 3D print your guns, and then you upgrade them that way as well. And that's the whole thing. And I actually like the setting so far that they have this in. So they start the whole thing off like the first minute. It's like, you're going to the moon. It's like, okay. And then of course I will say 5 minutes in, the whole thing goes sideways. So they throw you into the game it's not a game where it's going to take you, okay, I got to sit down and play this for an hour to get into the game. It happens all very fast. So I do appreciate that, but I like the way that the story is set up and kind of how they have the world built here. So it is leaning into the idea of AI kind of turning on you in this facility. And what's happened in this game is humanity has discovered some new 3D printing filament. And so they're just 3D printing everything, and they're doing tests with it. Or I guess the idea is it's going to allow them to get to incredible abundance by just 3D printing whatever they want. And they're testing it on the moon. So that's why you're on the moon. They're testing all this stuff. And of course something goes wrong. And like right in the beginning, they're showing them like trying to like 3D print models of Earth. And I'm thinking, are they going to try to like actually 3D print Earth? So and you'll go through and you'll find different areas where it started to 3D print, but then something malfunctioned. And it has this like weird crystallized look to the edge of everything. And it looks really cool. I've seen people do comparisons to Vanquish, and I think it's just the main character. Like the main character when he's in a suit and everything's like closed up, kind of looks like Vanquish, sure. But the art style is really cool. The game runs well on the PS5 Pro. I really haven't had any issues. I'm just playing in the performance mode, and I haven't really had any issues with it right now. And if you played the demo, it's very similar. You have the hacking thing where you use the face buttons. So I don't know, Radic, did you play the demo for this one?
Yeah.
Okay, you did. Yeah, you did. I don't think you didn't have a chance to play the demo, Sean.
Oh no, I did. I just didn't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't care for the hacking mechanic, so I was just like, okay, I'm out.
Okay. Well, if you don't like the hacking mechanic, it's pretty consistent. Like it is every time you're going against an enemy, you're going to be hacking it in some way. And say use the face buttons. If you're on this like the Switch 2, you use the obviously ABXY on the PlayStation using circle, triangle, square, and cross, and you're just moving your little box around to get to the end. But they have started to throw in more stuff, and that's what I was concerned about. It's like, is it going to be very, very basic in that you always just draw a line to the green box? No, they are throwing augments in quite a bit now. They have one thing where when you get to it, all of a sudden you'll down the enemy. It turns into kind of like a little quick time event, which is cool. And the enemy does have ways to stop you from just beelining to that exit in that hacking part. So they are starting to, and this is all, like I said, in the first few hours of the game. I'm kind of picturing maybe some other things to make it more difficult as you go. And like the weapons, shotgun, grenade launcher, you have a pistol that never breaks. Everything else breaks. It's all 3D printed. And one of the weaknesses they describe in the game is that everything that they've been able to 3D print breaks pretty easily. So you'll just find weapons. You have so many shots, then you just throw it away. So that's it's been fun though. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. And some of the augments are cool. Like one is as you're hacking one enemy, if you hit that square, it will then tie together 2 or 3 enemies around that enemy into the hacking bubble. So you'll then hack and open them up as well. So it's been fun. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
So this game was revealed in 2020 for the PlayStation 5 reveal event. All these years later, sounded like it lived up to the hype for you?
I mean, just so I got to get to the end of the game to see, because the thing I'm curious about, and this is, you mentioned like Mouse P.I, where you go through an area and then you can't go back to it necessarily. In this game, you have like a main hub area that you go to, and it then lets you go back to any area you want. It'll tell you the percentage that you have of that area of all the things you found. It'll tell you all the collectibles you still need to get. So it is very much a game where I think it's, if you beeline it like gold path this thing, this game might be 7 or 8 hours. It might be short, but of course the idea of going back to each area, maybe even playing through it multiple times. That's what I'm curious about. If it's going to be kind of the Resident Evil treatment almost.
Oh, where you unlock like new weapons constantly.
Yeah.
As you game. Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I want to see if there's like a new game plus or something in it. The bosses, I mean, the one boss from the demo area is in the early part of this game as well. So otherwise though, I was kind of going back to some of the areas and see if I could just find more stuff. So I still need to go through. I'm still in the process of a early big objective, I'll say, in the game.
Gotcha.
For people who are playing, and I realized I looked and it's like the first area, oh, you're only 27%. So I was missing so much stuff. So I had to go back and at least get some of it to upgrade my character. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. The I guess the back and forth between Diana and Hugh, who's like the 2 main characters, obviously, has been pretty good so far. Diana being kind of like an android, little girl android, and Hugh's trying to explain to her all like the stuff humans do, and she just doesn't get it because she's an android. So I like that kind of thing. I think there's going to be.
Oh, sorry.
What's that? Good. What was that, Radic?
And I was gonna ask, like, do you like them enough where you want them to see like you want to see them in like Marvel versus Capcom 4?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not. Yeah, I mean, I think Hugh could be kind of interesting, and the hacking mechanic, maybe. I mean, I don't know. They've done some weird things in Marvel vs. Capcom before. Like I can see their ultimate, like they have the cool big screen filling ultimate stuff where you click the triggers or the two sticks in, and it zooms in on her, and she does all this cool hacking stuff real quick,
cool.
and it just wipes everything out almost, or turns them into a hacked state. So I could see how they could make that happen. But it's early on, the dynamic between the two has been pretty good.
Yeah, I just wonder what their expectations for this game, because it is a new IP, right? So like they can't expect it to sell as well as like a Resident Evil or a Street Fighter. But
people were pointing to the early Steam numbers, and I think it was doing pretty. I feel like it was doing pretty well. I think it hit like 67,000 concurrent.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, and the overall user rating is great. Like on Steam, is 93%, or I think it's the highest one of the year already. So for what that's
it's like 4.7 on the PSN store.
Yeah.
Rating. Yeah.
I think here's the thing I will say though. I think there is. So you think about the demographic for games, older guys, obviously at this point, we see the stuff that comes out the numbers. It's like, average age of gamer now is mid-30s or something. There is definitely a play towards the like the father in this game. Like you could see it with this. So like I'm playing the game, right? And you get to a point where you get like you'll find stuff in the game to then give to Diana, and you're setting up almost like off to the side an area for her to learn about humans and kind of just be a kid. So you're setting up one area where it's like a globe she can spin at a table that has blocks and like crayons and stuff. And I kept, you kept getting stuff. You have to kind of go out of your way to find it. And then eventually she comes up and is like, I got you something. And she like drew a picture of you and like her out of crayon and stuff. And I'm like,
that's cute.
John, shut up for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Celia has to go.
Okay.
They're blasting Backstreet Boys,
shit.
and I don't want to get like a I don't know, copyright strike. So bye guys. Thank you so much for having me. See you next week.
See ya.
All right, proceed.
Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely a play towards the fathers out there, which at this point,
like you a sad dad?
I don't think so. I mean, he very briefly mentioned early on that there was a part of it. I don't know, so I want to say that. I'm trying to think of I won't spoil that. I mean, it's early on, it's like 2 hours in or something, but
gotcha.
You won't spoil something? Shocking.
Well, I do think there's a setup with his character that he's
the hell is this? She
Celia's
leaves
back.
and OJ comes in?
OJ's in. It's like a tag team match.
Honestly,
Who left?
Celia
she
literally
said.
left as you were coming in.
Oh. Okay.
That works out. That's perfect. Good stuff. All right. Yes, I'm enjoying Pragmata though. Pragmata. I recommend it. Pragmata. Yeah, I recommend it. So people should check it out. It's $60 too. It's not even the full 70. So I don't know
Capcom game of the year.
No, I mean Resident Evil Requiem so far is for me is the favorite right now. Again, we'll see how the game progresses and how it ends. But I mean, look, I got to give Capcom credit. They are rolling right now. This game got an 86 on Metacritic, following up what they did with what did Monster Hunter Stories 3. We've had Monster Hunter Stories 3, had this, and then Resident Evil Requiem, and they have 3 games right now that are an 86 or higher in the year on Metacritic of like significant numbers of reviews. Not like, oh, it had 20 reviews. Like, no, they all have like 60, 70, 100 reviews or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, and it's not even just games. Like Capcom, like with the movies, like the Resident Evil movie, like directed by the guy who did Weapons, which was excellent. And the Street Fighter movie actually looks pretty sick, man. The new trailer. I was like,
Weapons was the movie with the redhead bitch?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to fight you on excellent. That was not excellent.
Come on.
It had an excellent premise, and then it just fell the fuck apart. It fell the fuck apart.
I don't know if I'm with you there.
You guys are talking about a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, movies are so subjective, so it's like whatever,
I didn't see Weapons yet. Is it good?
No. I wouldn't say
People say that it's really good. A lot of people really like it.
Sean's in the minority on this one.
I am. No way. There's no way.
Yeah, yes, you are, bro. You
Let
are.
me
No,
see.
most
No,
people, a lot of people say it's good.
The
Let me see
story
what the,
completely falls apart, though.
Run.
And it
Let's
just
see what
becomes
the
like
chat's with me right
stupid.
now. Thank you,
Bro,
Spawncast
y'all are
chat.
fucking crazy.
Let me see what Rotten Tomatoes says about this. Let's take a look.
They gave it a
Fuck Rotten
93.
Tomatoes.
Bro, audience, if we're talking audience specifically, it would be 85 over there.
Yeah, audience
See?
says 85.
Some negativity. Like it's fine, but it's not. I just thought the story fell apart. And
Well,
like,
it's
it was dumb.
93% on the tomato meter, 85% on the pop. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
Most people
Yeah.
think it's really good. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that
why
doesn't mean that
people
you
are
can't
like
like
optimistic
it, though.
about
On
Resident
some-
Evil because of that movie.
No,
7.4
that makes
on
me more
IMDb.
cautious. That's a little more realistic. I could accept that. I don't think it was horrible, but I was just like kind of like, but by the ending and stuff, I was kind of like,
I see what you're saying, Sean. Like that movie did not give you confidence in Resident Evil, is what you're saying.
right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And plus, I've watched all the other Resident Evil movies, and that also doesn't necessarily give me confidence in Resident Evil films.
I only saw the first 2 or first 3 Resident Evils, and I was like,
Like, the
after the
first
third
one-
one, I was kind of done with it.
The first one was fine because it was just something different. The animated ones are varying in quality, but usually they're a little more enjoyable. See, I do like anime.
Okay. All right.
So I almost spit out my water there. You do not like anime.
Well, that's animation. Isn't
That's like how you like
Resident Evil?
RPGs, right?
Hey, where's the Xenoblade video? You put out the tweet that you beat it. I'm still waiting on the video.
What'd you think about Al and the story and the prologue story at the end of the game?
Alf?
Al.
Alf.
What'd you think about Al, RGT?
I'm not spoiling things for people. What are you, crazy?
What'd you think about? I'm just asking what you
man.
thought about Al.
Al Gore? Al
Al
Sharpton?
from Xenoblade. Al from Xenoblade Chronicles X. What'd you think about Al?
Bro, I beat that game fucking last year. What are you talking about? I
I'm
don't,
just asking a simple question. What did you think about the character Al?
you know, a little too progressive for me, but what are you gonna do?
No, like
It's
what'd you think about
modern,
his mech or like his skull? What'd you think about like the story setup with all that? How was it?
I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was the greatest story in the world. Like, it was fine. You're talking about the final guy, correct? And like the end game stuff that they added into.
I'm
The
talking
Switch
about
version.
Al and his story and his segment and how it connected to everything. What'd you think?
It's the same Al that you only like see the top of his eyes over the fence or something.
See, this is the main difference when you guys watch my review of the game. You're gonna get somebody who actually knows what they're talking about when it comes to Xenoblade.
So you get to know Al. You can call him.
He's pretty important, you know.
This reminds me of like when I'm giving a presentation on a book report that I didn't read, so I'm just giving like the most generic answers. Like, you know, like it was like,
Bro, I beat
You
the
did the
shit
thing, bro.
last year. I can't even tell you what I ate for dinner last night. You expect me to remember that shit? Sorry that I beat the game in a timely manner.
You beat the game in a timely manner.
Yeah, like 85 hours, I think it was.
And your character's only at level 60.
Dude, I don't even have the game downloaded on my system. Like, if you would like for me to download it and let you know what level my character is, I could, if it's
You're
that
the one who
important.
gives me shit about this all the time. Don't act all
I'm
defensive
giving
and-
you shit because you said you were going to do a full review, and I've been waiting on the full review.
And that's because I actually played through the full game and I actually got the custom skills and I put 200 hours plus into the game.
Yeah,
And I
mean,
waited for the 60 FPS version of the game too. So I also
that's your
waited for that.
prerogative. That's fine.
Yeah, I also wait, and it's much better at 60 FPS for sure. Visuals, some interesting things there, which I'll talk about. But when it comes to the
AI
FPS,
filter and handheld mode.
yeah, I didn't play. I mean, I played it more in dock mode than I did in handheld mode. But I mean, the 60 frames per second is still really good. That's like that makes it a lot better to play just in general, and it loads super fast too. But yeah, I mean, I played through the game. 200 plus hours. It's freaking incredible. So yeah, you'll have my review. Don't worry, Sean. You will, dude. You will get it.
I'll be the first comment.
Good.
Okay. How's it going over there, OJ?
It's going good. Xenoblade's going good. Finally finished it after 200 plus hours. 80 hours on Switch 1, and then 120 hours on Switch 2. If that's the breakdown. So it's good to finally get that done. I'm still kind of playing it though. I'm still kind of getting some other stuff that I didn't get, because once you beat all that, more stuff opens up. I completed about 92% of the game of Mirror overall. So I got I only have like a few tyrants left. I think I have like 7 tyrants left on the map. So I've pretty much cleared out most of them. Gotten a lot of the cool super weapons and all that. So I'm just getting a few more that I want to beat, like the super boss thingy at the end there, the really hardest one. So I'm gonna do that. Gotta grind it a little bit though to get that. But no, it's been good. It's been good. Finally, after all this time.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Let me
doing good. Sorry that I was a little late too. I was I did a birthday stream. I did a birthday stream for myself. So
it's your birthday today?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
How
birthday?
It was actually it was this week. It was on the 13th, but I was out of town.
Wait, how old are you now? Because I feel like the age changes constantly.
Yeah, I'm 53. 53. Just turned 53 this
53.
year. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
Mhm.
This is
Hey, John, how old are you, John?
52.
You're 52. Close.
No, I'm 38 now.
38. I might or might not be close to your age.
Okay.
I might or might not be a year younger or a year older. It's like one of those ways, you know.
Coming up on 40. I think Sean already got there, or is about to get there, or maybe.
No, I'm 40.
You're 40. Okay, yeah. So Sean did get the 40, and
I don't know
how much changed. So I'll get the 40, and it'll just be like another day. So
to be honest, I feel way better now than I did in my 20s. So if that makes sense.
I got that to look forward to.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I've never done hardcore drugs. I'm actually pretty much a square. So I think that's part of it.
Just saving up till later. Feel you.
Till later. On a blaze of glory.
Yeah. Maybe I'll load up all at once, like when I'm like 80. Be like, all right, let's live.
Had a good life. Now let's live. This is from. Here we go. This is Warfame says, I saw a PS5 digital edition for $320 last night at Sam's last night in clearance. That's
a hell of a deal.
Yeah. I'll pick that one up. Clayton Moore says, pre-ordered a Neo Geo AES. Any panelist ever own one?
Drop the price.
So shout out to Clayton Morse there. There was a Neo Geo AES sighting at the store at one point, and that was the only time I had seen one in person, and that was in like 2011 or something, or 2012. So I was not a Neo Geo person back in the day because of how expensive it was, and I didn't know anyone who had a Neo Geo either, probably because of how expensive it was. So when I ask people, I just assume they probably didn't have one either. But did anyone here have a Neo Geo AES back in the day?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
No.
I've never owned one.
Neo Geo, just in general, I have no reference for.
Played the hell out of a Neo Geo emulator, but
Yeah. Like
Neo Rage, baby, let's go.
I mean, Neo Geo emulators have been that's one of the, Godfather. You could run Neo Geo DS if you wanted to. It doesn't run everything, but yeah, Neo Geo emulators have been around for a minute. And plus, I mean, they've done re-releases with the Neo Geo Gold system.
They did that GameStop one where they stopped it immediately when they found out that you could just take the cart, delete what was on it, replace it with other files with the same names to play whatever the hell you wanted on the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with the Neo Geo back in the day, the system was $650 in the US back in 1990.
And that's crazy, but what were the game prices?
Yeah, that was obviously the thing was the games were hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, they were like $250.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an entire motherboard from an almost actual arcade system that you just plug in.
Yeah,
exactly.
board. Yep.
Yeah, and the games were the same. You could
They were
buy
1-to-1.
you could buy MVS games, which were so the AES was the home console, the MVS was the arcade. You could technically buy the MVS games and play them. It was just because they were put into a arcade cabinet, it didn't have like the fancy artwork and stuff like that, so they were less desirable. So it was cheaper to buy though, and really in the secondary market, because at that time you weren't able to buy any of those because they were in the arcade machines. It's a very interesting system though, but yeah, I mean there was a reason for the price for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's a high quality system for what they were going for. I mean, you even had the main controller was an arcade stick, so
Right.
it was
like an 8-gate arcade sticks too. You felt the clicks when you moved
Yep.
it around. It was awesome.
That was the whole thing. It's got to have the clicks.
They even did that with the handheld. I love that on the
Yep.
handheld.
Pocket color. Yep, it was a good little handheld there. So now we have the Neo Geo AES Plus to look forward to. That is coming out in November. It says November 12th, 2026. They have it going starting price $249.99. It just has the standard edition. That looks just like, I mean, they say it's 1-to-1, but it looks just like the Neo Geo AES from the 90s, along
Gotcha.
with one wired joystick controller, like the arcade stick controller. And they say this will play original cartridges, and then they're also doing re-releases of a bunch of other carts as well. And this is obviously targeted to a very specific audience.
MVG.
And, I mean, yeah, sure. Like, I think anyone who's like really into the retro scene, who look, the Neo Geo AES was kind of a stuff of legend back then. Still kind of is now. It's not
still
like
kind of is
got
now. I
cheaper.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, and the fucking game sure as fuck haven't.
Yeah, so I will give them this. While there are still questions about this system, the games. All right, so they're not. It's like $90 for Garo Mark of the Wolves, okay, but it is the full cartridge. It's the massive cartridge. It comes in a case with a manual, the whole thing. So for the target audience, the enthusiast crowd, I bet you many of them were just throwing these games into a cart and just loading up, because that is kind of obscene, since that would be. What, like, I mean, I don't know how much like Garo Mark of the Wolves is going for right now on eBay, but I have to imagine it's hundreds of dollars. Like it's not a little bit of money. Yeah, what's the Neo Geo AES?
That's a big ass cart. God damn.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the whole board.
They got it right now. If you have it complete, they got this thing going for $1,250 for the cartridge.
The guidebook alone is $117.
Yeah.
The cart $489.
Yeah, so if you pick that up at $90, you're that's actually pretty good. As long as the quality and stuff is
There's a
we'll say
complete here
good
for
enough.
1.2K.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Neo Geo AES goes for right now that's working and in good shape, but I imagine that's pretty expensive right now too. What's that go for? If you could, sometimes they don't even show up on eBay. People just don't sell them.
Yeah, because they're very rare at this point, because no one picked them up originally. So there's only so many in the wild.
Yeah, there's a bunch I see out of Japan. So there are, of course, ones that are just specifically Japan, others in the U.S. But I see them out of Japan. For example, Japan system in the box is $900, and most people are looking for like a U.S.-based one. So it is
Not
I
OJ.
mean,
OJ would like the Japanese one.
Wait, does the Japanese one, can it still play games in English?
Well,
I
mean,
think it autos to the Japanese language, but I mean, most of the games just have that.
I wish I could
passively.
tell you if it was. I feel like it's not region free. Although a lot of the games are fighting games, so it's like it's not an RPG necessarily. You're going to play through to where it's walls of text.
Magician
I'm curious,
Lord
though.
could be some dialogue
Okay.
in the Magician Lord. I don't
Either way, this is interesting. Go ahead, Sean.
like. I want one, but I don't want to pay that much.
But you do a video on it, you'd be okay.
Yeah, make the money back.
I kind of want the $1,000 thing.
That one looks good.
So it
comes
comes
with
with all the games, though. It comes with the memory card. I mean, I'd say if you add it
Extra
all up,
controller. Oh
if you
yeah.
add it all up, it's significantly less than if you bought everything separately. So I get what their
here's-
play is, the bundle.
Here's the thing. How often am I gonna use this thing? Like
That's fair.
Once.
That's fair.
Well,
Once.
exactly. Like once or twice. Like I've played these games. I own the MVS from Unico stand-up home arcade cabinet. I just bought the Super Pocket Neo Geo because while I was looking on eBay for them, I was like, oh, this was only $70. I never bought this. So I just bought that. It came in literally today, and I've been fucking around with it. And it's like the games are super fun. You know, Sam Show, Magician Lord, Metal Slug, all that
Gotta
stuff.
hit Match or Melee, man. Match or Melee is so good.
I just don't know how much function it's going to be, but I love the idea. And you know, I know there's been some questions about the quality. I believe it's the same people that did the Atari 7800 re-release console that also had cartridges, and the recently done Intellivision Sprint, and like those are very high quality systems. I just want other companies to do this.
It's interesting you mentioned that, Sean, because they aren't. So when I saw this pop up, immediately I thought, oh, they're doing some standard ARM chipset and they're going to emulate these things as best they can. And then you start reading through it, and it's like, actually, they're trying to recreate the hardware again. Basically, they're just releasing the AES. They say it's using ASIC chips and setup, and that, as you mentioned, brings in the question of other companies. Let's say this actually works out and they sell enough. I don't think they're going to sell millions of these things, but they sell thousands. We'll say thousands or something like that.
Bring back the Nomad.
I do kind of wonder if we'll say Sega, because that's obviously who everyone's looking at, because they've done their mini consoles. Nintendo has their own subscription service and stuff. I think they're content with what they're offering.
Yeah, but even Nintendo, dog. Imagine.
Yeah.
I talked about it in my video today. Go watch the video and leave a like or a comment or a dislike. I don't give a fuck. Just interact with it. Imagine if Nintendo was like, hey, we're re-releasing the NES. It has HDMI out. We're going to do some cartridges, and you could use the original cartridges. Crack cocaine sales in the 80s is what you'd be seeing from that. Like, it low risk, very high reward stuff. And I understand, oh, you want people to sign up for NSO. The people that are going to buy that are not the same audience for NSO. Plus, you're adding in a very cheap option to make money, because the NES, what, $150 or something like that. You sell the cartridges, your flagship, your only system now. It kind of replaces what the handheld market did for you, where it was a cheaper alternative with cheaper games and stuff like that. And I think that's really an untapped market, but it's also a market that I think time is not necessary. I don't know. You kind of got to see how this Neo Geo does, and supposedly, like, I've been surprised at how many people have said, yeah, I'm getting one. Like, even like people I didn't like. Rax texted me today. He was like, yeah, I pre-ordered one. And I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know. I just got to have it. And it's like, I don't know, man. You know, especially with the way gaming is going in price. You know, that's why I talk about things like Evercade and stuff, because, you know, they're cheaper alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
I think the companies themselves need to start looking at things like that. You're not making here's the thing. Nintendo doesn't make a fucking penny when Little Samson sells for, you know, however fucking much it does, or, you know, some slob at a fucking flea market sells their NES for, you know, higher than market prices and stuff like that. Why not make money on that stuff?
Anybody want to buy a copy of Little Samson off me?
I don't. What, you have Little Samson?
Only one of them?
He does. I know how he got it too.
An authentic one.
I know exactly how I got it.
I do. I like the idea of these other companies trying it, because it's, I mean, I don't have to R&D or put money up for it, because I absolutely would buy. You mentioned NES. If Nintendo was like, hey, we just recreated the NES, we're re-releasing it, and we're gonna put cartridges out in the wild again, games you don't even have to brand new.
You don't have to do the full library. Do like 20 to 40 fucking games.
I'd buy it. Yeah.
Everyone would. Everyone would.
I'll admit, I'm thinking about basically any company that has done a mini console. I am kind of thinking about, what if they had approached it, but in this way, instead of trying to emulate 20 games or something in there. But, and with Nintendo, Sony with the PS1, would they think about recreating that? Would Sega try to recreate the Dreamcast?
But the thing of it is I think enough time has passed from mini consoles to where you could introduce something like this, and I don't think people would be like, oh well, I've already got the mini cons. Like, no, I really don't. I really don't think like there's like a super big. I think someone that owns an NES Classic would still want this.
Yeah, I think so. I think you tap into that collector's market, even just the nostalgia side, because you would buy it, I assume, in like the nice looking box that looks like it just came off of the store shelf in like the 90s, and that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
You think they do a top loader or a front loader?
Oh, for the NES, you got to do the front loader, right? That's the one that everyone's gonna recognize. Like you push it in.
Do you think they let you push
down?
it down, or do you just push it in so that you don't screw up the pins?
Even if you don't need to push it down for it to work, I feel like they would. It's Nintendo. They would set it up. I mean, they put like ports and knobs on the Virtual Boy that do nothing just for the aesthetic of it. So I kind of feel like they would go, you don't need to push it down, but you know what? You need to push it down.
I think they'd redesign it so that you push it down, but it's still like it doesn't bend anything. It's just that whole chunk just kind of like goes down so nothing messes up.
Like there's a shelf in there, basically just presses. It doesn't change the pins or anything. It's already just slotted in. It's just kind of the idea of, okay, here's the nostalgia you wanted. You can push that down. So I'd be on board with that immediately. I'm trying to think of the games. I mean, you got to do the first Mario Brothers. Mario 3 is obvious. Can you get Capcom on board for Mega Man 2?
I think you do the Mario, your standards, your first party titles, the top first party titles, do a couple.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Man, I hope this works. I do. I hope the Neo Geo thing works out, and I hope other companies notice it and they go, "Hey, let's try it. Let's revive a bunch of these old systems and do it all over again."
Well, I mean, you kind of have that with the Atari stuff and the Intellivision stuff. Those re-release systems that play actual cartridges from this same company. So obviously, there's some sort of reason that they're doing it. Like
this one hit a bit harder though, right? I don't know. This one felt like it caught on a bit more.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's because it's a bigger name. It's something that, although there's been the emulation system, the Neo Geo Gold and stuff like that, like it's still a very expensive market.
Yeah, I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping it's good, like in terms of the quality, because I think people are obviously interested. They got to also deliver on it now, so that's kind
right.
of
And there are some questions, because I believe that like if the AV was only mono out on the original, and then there's stuff like the HDMI. Well, is it going to add input lag because the people that are buying this are going to have like the Time Sleuth and 240p test suite.
They're gonna get the 480 FPS camera pointed at it.
Yeah,
got to make sure Metal Gear slows down at all the right moments.
And there's some like dip switches on it, and maybe some filters. I believe they also said, because you got to buy the new Neo Geo to play on our HD television and make it look shitty like a CRT. So yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff that is kind of up in the air, but with their track record, I'll give them a slight benefit of the doubt.
Let's see. We have Deported Sicilian Gamer says, did Celia leave because she doesn't care about OJ's birthday?
Yes.
Probably.
That's the lore. Buy one BBL, get one free says Spawncast had to meet his requirements. Thank you. Thank you, X. Thank you. Mecha Omar says about 3 hours into Pragmata and the shelter is full of toys, drawings, papers all over. Diane has zero regard for own safety and asks questions constantly. They nail parenting with this one, 10 out of 10. Yeah. Tijo says Radic Wild Arms 4's departure from the first 3 games in terms of setting and gameplay, but it's still good. Though Xseed accidentally made it so you can't fight 2 monsters for 100% completion without the Game Shark.
Oh, really? That's funny. I hope they fix that with the re-release.
They're not fixing it.
Break out the Game Shark. Good old great Game Shark. We have Orion not lying. Shout to Orion. Liam says, will we get another wave of Switch 2 patches? Oh, like
for like first party games?
Yeah, it means like like the first, like how we got like New
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros and all that stuff.
I feel like we're due for a couple, like the ones they just put out there for.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, we got the
the
boost
free
mode.
packs.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The boost mode obviously helped just across the board. I still like the idea of just getting some smaller free updates as well here and there.
Yeah, I hope we do. I think like if we got like Astral Chain.
I was about to say Astral Chain, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe like Astral Chain, some
Marvel
Xenoblade.
Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That would all be pretty good.
Lift the frame cap. Let's do that. Tapperbot says, I have to agree with Sean about Weapons. Not a bad film at all, but it gets predictable at the end. Long Legs was the superior film by the same director. Not aware of that one either.
He later corrects himself in the next super chat, saying it was Barbarian, not Long Legs.
Oh, Tapperbot says, my bad, meant Barbarian, not Long Legs. All
Like,
good
I'm not
horror
saying-
flicks.
It's not like that fucking shitty ass M. Night Shyamalan movie that I hate.
Which one?
I
Happening?
have to.
Which one?
No,
The beach
fucking,
one?
The one. No, that was okay, but
The one
It
about
was-
the village?
There was
Signs?
one that Sean watched.
Was it
He's like, I'm
Signs?
gonna watch this M. Night Shyamalan film, and then 2 hours later, he was like, "What was that?" Like that
I
was
made
it.
him-
That
Wait,
the
was
two
this the one he
back-to-back messages.
changed because he had kids and he wanted to make like a more kid-friendly movie?
no, because
He had an interview where he talked about that, and I was like, okay.
What
Let
the
me
fuck
see.
was it?
Let's see.
I hated that
It must have
movie
been the
so
Happening,
much.
right?
Was it
No.
Trap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that movie. I watched that movie and it made me so mad that I went on the second channel and just yelled like "fuck M. Night Shyamalan" for making this movie. It was so stupid. It was so bad. And the thing of it is like Weapons, I thought the setup and the premise was interesting, but this fell apart way worse than Weapons did. Like it went off the fucking rails, and then like the ending was dog shit. And it's like fuck M. Night Shyamalan. His daughter's hot though.
Okay. This is from Hellman. It says, in the 90s, systems like Neo Geo and 3DO were unobtainable. Unobtainium? Unobtainium. I knew they existed. My friends did too, but nobody had one. Yeah.
Joe
You read about them
Redifer
in
did.
magazines. Magazines.
Joe Redifer.
I had one rich kid in my apartment complex when it
Mhm.
came out. I got to play it, and it was pretty cool, like the Neo Geo. But that was the one time.
Mm.
Never got
How
to
about
play it again.
3DO? Did any of you guys play 3DO back in the day, or no?
No, I never played it.
No.
Like
I
back
had
in the
one.
day.
I had one as an adult, but I never had one. I never played one like growing up, which
That's-
is a shame because there's actually some. I mean,
Gex is on there. That's pretty good.
I
Well,
mean,
and
Gex
that
was
got
good.
ported. Yeah.
Street Fighter 2. I forget the shit at the end. Something Turbo, whatever. That was the best version of Street Fighter for a long time, and it was actually stuck on that system for a long time. Need for Speed was pretty revolutionary. Road Rash was good on there. Yeah, it had its highlights, but I mean, it also had a lot of those early CD based FMV nonsense.
No,
and
plumbers
stuff.
don't wear ties. Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
angry video game nerd video very well.
I mean, the chicken that was hot though, so at least you get
No
a
one's
little
denying
something
that.
out of it.
no one's denying that.
But yeah, there was a lot of garbage on there too. But that was
Way
just,
of the Warrior.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was fucking atrocious.
Clayton Moore says, I predict new 2027 games released on Neo Geo AES Plus.
I mean, once again, if you look at the previous, I mean, it's hard because like with the previous systems and the Atari stuff, the homebrew community is really good on that. I don't think I've
Mhm.
ever looked into Neo Geo homebrew stuff, and I don't know if like a company is really going to be like, let's release a new Neo Geo cartridge game for $90 dues for a system that maybe sold 500,000 units.
Yeah, I know. Mod Retro, they're doing the N64 coming up. They did the Game Boy. They did put out new Game Boy games,
That's true.
and
I
they're
think
going to
they're
put
putting
out
out new
N64
N64
games.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's at least it's not $400 for the cartridge or something. It's like okay, 90, maybe. We'll see. I don't mind it if they want to take a swing. I mean, it's not my money. Go ahead, just see what you can do. Adam says, in a video game magazine, Neo Geo AES Marketing once says, you need a set of these to play one of these, and it showed a set of metal balls. There you go.
I like it.
Let's see. This is from Rich Retro, who says, Neo Geo AES Plus is for all of us 90s kids who couldn't afford one back then and now have adult money, but not enough adult money to buy the vintage one. Yeah, that vintage one's still expensive. $250 though for what's included and what the alternative is if you want the actual hardware. It's not bad. It's manageable.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go a la carte with it. Because you only need the memory card for what, high scores. I don't give a fuck about that. Just get the 250 system, get Sam Show 5, and get Magician Lord.
I'll just grab Guard. Just hold on to it. So good.
Oh, is it just the special edition that comes with a game?
The special edition. Right? So the special edition is white, which I don't like. Has a wireless fight stick, which is fine, and comes with Metal Slug, and that's $350.
That's what it was. Yep. Okay.
But it's kind of like, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I should get that, and then you get Metal Slug, and then you get Sam Show, and then you get Magician Lord, and like, you've got a good variety of game. You know, it's not just all fighting games. And of course, I mean, there's those fucking AliExpress, multi-carts.
The flash carts where you put the SD card in or something.
Yeah, they're a bit more expensive than your standard ones, but I mean, even so, it's cheaper than buying all the games, so you could go that route too.
T-Joe says, got my Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle before the prices go up. Not gonna lie, I wish you can see the battery life during initial setup because the right Joy-Con was out of battery, so I had to keep plugging it in. Oh, yeah. Average gamer guy says, Nate mentioned that what if GTA 6 possibly launched on Switch 2 this holiday? Anyone find it strange GTA 5, a game that released 13 years ago on 360 PS3, won't have a Nintendo port before 6 releases? See, the move will be they port GTA 5 to the move is they port GTA 5 to the Switch 2 for some reason in 2027. I will say GTA 6 on the Switch 2 on launch would be one of the biggest twists ever, and I would not see that one coming. So
I would be upset because it was ruined for me online because people went to India or something, and then people are probably going to lose their jobs over that.
Oh gosh. Speaking of stuff getting out there, looks like Nate might actually be proven to be correct with a Switch 2 rating coming out, as Starfield was rated for the Switch 2. And I mean, we just had it released on the PS5. Were you interested in this at all, Radic? The Starfield showing up? No, really nothing on that, huh? Nothing. Man. Nope. Okay. Starfield did come out on the PS5. It was doing okay. I think it picked up a little bit in terms of sales because people are tracking along on the PlayStation Store, but it didn't exactly explode out of the gate or anything. And there were rumors, Nate, I remember put it out there that they were checking in with the Switch 2, seeing if they could do it. And I was curious on this one because it is quite CPU dependent, a lot of the stuff they're doing in the game, and the Switch 2 CPU being clocked as low as it is, it brings up some question marks for it. So I would be quite impressed if they made this happen and it actually came out.
Impossible port, some would say.
Yeah, I think this would qualify almost as an impossible port because I do think this is one of those games, it's going to cut it close, I think. And fortunately not on like the storage size necessarily because they can game keycard the thing, but for the game running I mean, we already know it's like Bethesda with the jank, and the PS5 version of the game was already having some crazy issues. There was the PS5 Pro version, unfortunately, looked pretty bad in motion up until I think they recently fixed it with a patch. Had the shimmering. So you've seen that, Radic, the shimmering in some of these games. It was that, but like really bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was basically the point of it's better to play it on a base PS5 than the PS5 Pro. And that, to me, that's a problem when that happens.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come out on the Switch 2, just I want to see this thing in action. I really do. And Microsoft's going crazy. They are they're trying to push whatever they can to Nintendo's platform. I would be shocked if Halo doesn't eventually move over there as well. And they're gonna have Call of Duty show up on the Switch 2 this year. So I'm not surprised, but also I'm kind of surprised because I want to see it. I want to see it in action. So
Are you
Uh,
surprised by the PS5 numbers? Because it's not official. It's through Alinea, which has been kind of like hit or miss in terms of its reliability. So I don't want to like.
yeah, So I mean, the game came out. When it did come out, it did pretty well on like PC, as you'd expect. Xbox, it did all right. Maybe it's just because it is a later port. Like a lot of the wins out of the Starfield sales at this time,
Yeah.
even on PlayStation, where there's some novelty you expect, but maybe people just still see it as Bethesda. Like I think Halo will do well because people do see that as Xbox and Microsoft,
Mhm.
but I think people see Starfield still as just Bethesda. They're like, oh, this is they showed up kind of late with this game. All right. I mean, it's $50, so at least it showed up in a better state than it released on the Xbox, with even a big new almost 2.0 update. But there's this thing about Starfield where some people just hate the game for some reason, and I think the game was actually pretty good, but some people just do not like that game.
I mean, I didn't like it, but I don't hate it. So.
Yeah, it was
people do
alright.
hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't like it though. I tried it on Xbox Series X around the time that it launched. I think I got a review code for it, and I didn't think it's very good. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I will say for Bethesda, new IP after decades at that point,
Yeah.
it did underwhelm with the setup for it. But I think the game itself, when it hit at the right moments, it was pretty cool.
That's you got it right there, John. You know why people were hating it? Because you had people saying it's game of the generation, and they were making it seem like it was going to be the greatest thing ever. You know,
it's the Bethesda overhype.
That's fair.
But people were doing the Bethesda overhype, but they were doing even more hardcore than I remember for something like Fallout 4, you know, or something like it wasn't as much like this one. People were going nuts, maybe because social media is much bigger and we have way more content creators. But I watched a lot of videos of people saying, "Oh, this is going to be the game of the century. It's going to be," and I'm like, "All right, we'll see."
I also, as Kingslayer mentioned, I also think No Man's Sky and where that ended up now with a lot of the updates, I mean, it pushed a lot of our expectations that direction as well. Like No Man's Sky is completely different than when it came out on the PS4 at first, and there's so much you can do in that game, and you can actually travel between planets to where when you're playing Starfield and you leave the planet for the first time, and it's like, hold on, here's a loading screen. You go, what? Huh? Really? You know, that's... So.
Can't wait to space travel by looking at a map, clicking on where I want to go, and watching a load screen.
I think like No Man's Sky like does it better. I mean, okay,
no, it does.
Maybe not storyline wise because there's a much more cohesive story in Starfield, but as far as like playing the game, you know, being like a big open space game, like
Yeah. What you call it? No Man's Sky does lean more into like the fantasy aspect. Starfield is trying to be, you can say, more realistic, but they
somewhat grounded in like
grounded. Yes,
yeah.
At times to its detriment, because you do sometimes go to a planet and there is just nothing there, like nothing. But that's how they wanted to approach it. Space travel, how it would at times not exciting at all. So unfortunately, that doesn't always work out for, you know, a video game. Let me go over this real quick with you guys. I wanted to bring this up because it was something I was gonna bring up last week, but we ran out of time, and now we have a moment where we can take a look at this. The top 10 games voted on.
who cares?
Yeah, like this list did not surprise me at all. Like
This is the same reason we bring up why the voting on your polls is like, eh.
Exact. Perfect. Excellent job, Evan.
This is
You know, you should bring up my Alex Jones meme instead of this. That's at least more interesting.
That was funny.
Well, hold on. No, my polls do all right.
Yeah, but I imagine Game Rant. I imagine Game Rant thinks theirs do as well.
Yeah, that's why they put out.
It's all just perspective and community that you grow.
Yeah, Kingslayer, the comment, like the chat, top 10 games voted if you were born after 2000. It's like, yeah, this is.
I mean, that's
what it
like
would be.
That's like making a video on your own poll and then using it as like data for like, oh, see, this is what people think. It's like,
Mm.
you know, polls can be skewed, and it's like,
You're still
who's
mad about
voting?
you're still mad at getting buried over Gears and Halo.
I don't give a
No.
fuck about you.
Yeah,
I don't
both
care
of them
about
are
that.
culturally insignificant, so who cares?
Never gonna
Exactly.
get over that.
Yeah, this list is ass. I mean, I'll just keep it a buck.
Yeah, where's Gears and Halo on this list?
This
Yeah.
list is absolute ass. It does not respect older games at all. I mean, there's Resident Evil 4, okay,
And
There's
Metal Gear,
Metal Gear
Solid,
Solid,
and that's it.
but that's it. I mean, you got everything. Once again, it's all like it's got to be an open world, behind the back type of thing, or just everybody just thinks it's like, like I don't know, man. Cyberpunk,
Very similar genres too.
yeah, like
where's-
Cyberpunk. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cyberpunk turned into something, but like top 10 of all, number 9 of all time. Like, I mean, I get it's an opinion, but damn.
This does really lean into the you should be ready for all future games to be third-person camera, though.
Like,
holy
Jesus.
shit.
Like, this is two God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. I mean,
no, that's
I was a little
This is-
surprised to see both of those in there.
that's
that was
very
weird.
acoustic. It's very acoustic.
this is
You think so?
ridiculous,
I
bro.
don't know.
2018
like-
and
yes.
Ragnarok?
Yes,
Two-
to have no.
Mm.
Yes, that no.
Bro,
Should
I
not,
can't. It's.
both of them should not
Maybe
be
I'm
on there.
old,
I'm falling into
but-
the trap of like giving this too much attention, but like I already fell down. I will say Arkham. I love Arkham City. Like I love the Batman games. Top 10 game of all time. I don't
I'd
know
put
about
it before fucking Ragnarok.
Good, it's that way. It's on this list that way, yeah.
I mean, like, where's Gran Turismo 4? You know, where's
Where it
Shenmue?
belongs, not on this list.
Well, I was
No,
gonna say,
come
here's
on.
the thing: would you put a
If it
racing
had
game in your top
if it
10?
had a
Sean?
perfect
Yes,
third-person camera.
I would
Really?
put Gran
Okay.
Turismo 4 in there. Gran Turismo
Huh.
4 is
over 3.
yes, 100%. It's the perfect
Hmm.
balance of what's the guy's name who makes it?
Oh,
I forget his
Kazunori Yamauchi. Yeah.
There you go.
Yamauchi. Yeah.
I would have butchered it anyways. Here, like he's gone on record as saying, like, I believe he has at least, that like the Gran Turismo games kind of represent like where he is at life. And that's why when you compare like Gran Turismo 2 with like the soundtrack with like Stone Temple Pilots and shit like that to Gran Turismo 7, which is very prim and proper, like, oh, I'm at a concourse event car thing. Like 4 was at the perfect time because he still kind of had like the youthful side, but it was also getting more mature. It had the hugest roster of cars. It had the hugest roster of tracks. Like, dude, that game is
Putting racing games on the top 10 of all time, though. I mean,
yes, 100%.
let's put-
Gran
Yeah,
let's
Turismo
put,
four.
let's put,
Like-
let's put
Would-
Madden 05 on there as well.
Would you
too,
want it in
bro.
here instead of?
know if I was
oh,
gonna
no,
do
there we go.
I'm shocked that Breath of the Wild is on this list because it's so like that's like the most modern. Well, that and Tears of the Kingdom are like the most modern, popular.
Well,
Zelda
how
games,
tuned
and
into
then-
Nintendo is Game Rant?
I mean,
That's another good
there's
point.
not a fucking
Yeah.
Mario game on here.
Yeah,
Well,
no Nintendo games is really weird.
This would be like I mean, this is obviously like if you look at it, a kind of a recency poll of results. I also wonder about Resident Evil 4 if people knew which Resident Evil 4 they were voting for, because I kind of wonder if someone.
Oh, that's a
thought
good
they were
point,
voting
yeah.
for
No,
the
1,000%. I think they're doing remake.
Yeah, I mean they show an image from the original one.
That's the original RE4
but
round, though.
I feel like
People are
people read
fucking
it
dumb,
and they thought
John.
remake, right? You know, that just came out recently.
It's
so
not
they're
called.
thinking
I
that.
think it's not called remake. You know,
Yeah,
no, it's just called Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
called Resident Evil 4.
That's
so.
why I was going down the list and I said, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid. That's actually weird," because that is the complete outlier from
A
everything.
game
else
before
on this.
2000? What?
Yeah, that's if it wasn't for that, for Metal Gear Solid, every other game on this list, because again, I'm assuming Resident Evil 4 is people thinking the remake 2011 and up. That's crazy. I mean, people will default to the best rated games of all time. And like, let's go down that list and see what they. I mean, look, Red Dead Redemption 2 is legitimately what the 9th best rated game of all time. So
It's like the 4th best-selling game of all time too.
yeah. So that's the thing. A lot of people have experienced it, and I do think it's a game that tapped into the mainstream to where there are people who, in and out of games, would look at that game and be like, "Yeah, that game was incredible, absolutely." So I am not actually that surprised that if Red Dead Redemption 2 is the majority's favorite game of all time, that would not actually shock me. just for the
I
recency
don't,
of it.
I don't have a problem with the game. Like, I think these games are all good. We're not. It's not like they're freaking 1-2 switch or something like that, you know. Or like, it's not like they're bad games. I just don't know about like top 10 of all time. And like I said,
right.
The problem is like it's too recency bias. Like, you can still, in my opinion, if you can go back and play like an old school game like Super Mario World, or you can play like Mario 3, or like Sean said, like Gran Turismo, and it still plays really. I mean, that should get some consideration. This just seems like they're like, all right, what's the newest games that we can think of that we played either in our childhood or in our teenhood, and let's go ahead and let's vote for those games, you know. So that's what it seems like to me.
The thing people really need to consider here is this. I feel like a list like this, while it's a small, section of gamers voting on these kinds of things, this kind of feels like the generation of the viewpoint that are being developed for right now by companies. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
So the thing that blew my mind is, so of course these companies have all their slide decks and they show all this stuff at GDC or internally, and we never see that, but occasionally we'll have these presentations. And the one that I just thought is hilarious, and Sean, I'm sure already knows what I'm about to say, is where they were going through a slideshow of GDC and they're showing streamers playing these different games. And I think one of them was God of War, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was
I know where you're going with this one.
And they had DSP on there. And I said, these are the people that they are noting. And they're like, okay, this is kind of the reaction. This is their viewpoint on our game. This is how they played it. And we need to be aware of that when we make the next one.
Yep. That's why Atreus always sells the puzzle hints for you. It's like,
oh my
DSP gets stuck. Yep.
It's so funny, but like
more
DSP
yellow paint, more.
He's such an anomaly because he is like that modern gamer, but then he also goes back and plays classic games if it makes him enough money too. So he'll play like a Dragon Quest 7 remake, just think, oh, this is great, you know. So that's the funny thing with him.
Hey,
he played Chrono Trigger and he loves Chrono Trigger. He thinks that game's incredible. So it's so funny with him, you know.
This is why I just think it's so interesting to get a younger gamer their perspective on some of these games, just as like not these ones, but the older games, just to see what they think of it. Because I feel like the way that I view it and many of you view it, it's different than like when Josie played Ocarina of Time. I was like, the game's not very good.
Yeah, and I think obviously you look at like Zelda, right? And yeah, the older games, clearly they're going to be a bit better, like how games control, because like they were still figuring things out back then, you know. So it's almost like not a fair comparison. But I mean, compared to some of these games, just some of the controls in some of these older games are better than the controls in some of these games on this list. I'll say that.
Brian, listening to no takeover attending broccoli hair ass Tide Pod eating motherfucker. You suck my ass, you fucking idiots. I'm not listening to them. I don't care. Your opinion is null and void.
What's the word that was getting thrown around on good old Twitter X, where they always come up with a name for the old people? Hold on.
What, Unk?
I think it's Unk Slop.
And yeah, the games are Unk.
Yeah, Unk Slop.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No,
Yep. So
I haven't heard Unk Slop.
we are the
Unk Slop,
Unk
and the
Slop
picture is
people.
like all the games from like 2002.
They're all the games you guys are mentioning. It's like, here's Mass Effect, is it Mass Effect 2 or whatever? Modern Warfare 2.
That's why I don't feel bad about like AI taking all these jobs and these fucking dumb kids are gonna have
All
nothing
right.
left.
Yeah, now get me. Wait a minute. They're calling Mass Effect Unk Slop?
Yeah, it's in there. So is
Technically, Metal Gear
Knights of the
Solid
Old
would be Unk
Republic.
Slop on this list.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That game kind of doesn't make sense in this list to me at all.
Yeah, that is kind of an outlier right there. Half-Life 2 is in there. They put Halo 3 in here. Man.
Unreal
OG World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
It's messed up. It's messed up.
Counter-Strike
Oblivion.
is awesome. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Mass Effect is freaking incredible.
Oh, that Unk Slop meme hit a nerve on social media. Jeez.
That Mass Effect is incredible. That game, play the Legendary Edition. Anybody who's actually played that, everybody's like, listen, like I know Miss Click isn't like super young, but she's not super old. She's not as old as us, or well, maybe I think she's around Radix age, maybe a bit older. But she played Mass Effect for the first time, I think a couple of years ago, and she thought it was freaking incredible. Literally brought her to tears by the end of the game. Like a lot of these people that are talking about Unslap, they probably haven't even played the game. Because Mass
They
Effect
definitely haven't
Legendary
played the
Edition's
game.
Oh,
I'll tell you
absolutely.
what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. A not like the non-starter immediately is when they see the visuals. That is an actual thing now. Like the graphics just stop people dead in their tracks if they're
Yeah.
younger and they're used to. We'll even say they start with something like a PS4 and Xbox One, and that's what they're used to. They will just stop in their tracks if it's an early 360, PS3, or like a PS2 or Xbox game. It's just that's it. It's non-starter.
Sounds like poor
Mass-
parenting to me.
Yeah, Mass Effect's graphics still look good.
They do.
That's why you fucks have no future. Enjoy.
All right. All right.
You're even double screwed because you're in Canada.
Nah, man. That hurt my feelings. I'll just go to the doctor's office and get that checked out for free.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't going to the doctor.
Sean just pretends
Wait,
it doesn't
Sean.
exist.
They-
Don't
They
say that.
diagnosed
I
me.
remember last time what you said when you were going to the doctor.
Sean's raisin issue.
Hey,
He's got it.
A
You
little,
got
a
fucked
little,
up, man.
little vacation. Just a nice little vacation at the ER.
Ice
Just-
vacation.
Sean said,
Hey,
"All right,
hey,
man,
I
I'll
got,
chill."
I got 3 meals a day. That was some quality food. They didn't take my vape. They
didn't
saw
take
my
your vape. What?
No, it felt when they finally wheeled me into a room. My vape fell out of my pocket, and the nurse just kind of looked at me, and I looked at her, and she picked it up and put it in my pocket. She was like, "I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that." I was like, "My girl, thank you so much."
Hold on,
She's
I'd
a
be a
real
little
one for that.
I'd be a little concerned if they didn't think enough to take the vape away from me, and they're like, "You might as well enjoy it."
It's like a
It's like,
Nick
wait,
vape,
hold on,
right?
what?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I would
yeah,
just,
that's fine.
I would, if I could get the strength, I would walk into the bathroom and hit it.
Well, there you go. There's our list. Top 10 best games ever made, according to you. And Game Rant.
Well, not me.
You're the problem with
That's
this
that according to
world.
you. That's what it says. It says right there.
You're the reason why it's going to shit. Hope you're
And just
happy.
remember that list as we get games revealed to us over the next couple of years, and just be like, okay, well,
Third-person
third-person action
single
game.
player.
third-person
Light-
action game in space.
Light RPG elements, you know.
Yeah, yellow paint everywhere. Yellow paint. Do you? We were just talking about movies, and I meant to bring this up during that. There's a Call of Duty movie coming.
Why?
You know,
It's already been done. It's called every war movie ever.
It's
You think-
it's supposed to be coming out June 30th, 2028. I like how we get the
Yeah.
release date way ahead of time. That's
Do you think
great.
they're going to base
That's
it on
movie
the
business.
most recent Call of Duty so that no one recognizes it as an actual Call of Duty movie?
I don't think it's. I think it's just going to be called Call of Duty and just be a fucking war movie. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
I
there's
think-
going to be like,
It's just Black Hawk Down with like a different title.
yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna be based on Modern Warfare. So you're gonna see characters like Captain Price, Soap, Ghost.
What if it's just
'Cause
based
I-
on the zombie mode?
That would really be cool. Like unironically, because Zombies does have its own story with like Richtofen and like the other guy Dempsey, some other guys. They could do Black Ops as well. Like with Black Ops 1, I think would make for a good movie with like all the conspiracy stuff, like the numbers Mason, Woods. That would be cool. It's just that, as you said, Sean, we're kind of hitting like an Ouroboros point because like Call of Duty, the game, was based on like action movies, like wartime movies. Now the Call of Duty movie is gonna be based on the game, which was based on some old movies. So we kind of hit full circle with some of these video game adaptations, you know. So it kind of does feel redundant to me, but Call of Duty is like such a massive franchise. I'm kind of surprised it took this long to make a big budget adaptation. Because shout out to my boy Kate Onder, who did a fantastic Modern Warfare 3 documentary talking to some old developers. And Steven Spielberg wanted to make a Call of Duty movie. Like he
Oh.
really wanted to make one, like back in like 2012, 2011. I might be getting the years mixed up there, but he wanted full creative control, and Activision did not concede. Like, they
Wow.
did not want to give him. It's like you don't want to give Steven Spielberg full creative control. Okay,
They should
your
have hit
choice.
up his non-union Mexican equivalent, Senior Spielbergo.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, I assume it's just gonna be like the Michael Bay classic special where they just blow a bunch of stuff up, and it's just like that popcorn flick, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they don't have to overthink it. I
Yeah.
think even the name alone will sell X amount of tickets pretty easily.
New Linkin Park plays at the outro of it.
Yeah. So the
Yep.
writer is Taylor Sheridan, who's best known for Yellowstone, a show I haven't seen, but like
This is a
heard
woman.
No, it's a dude.
Oh, okay.
Taylor Sheridan.
Not that
He
it
is-
matters. I was just wondering.
The
I'm
urgency
5
in
years
your
older.
voice says otherwise.
But yeah, it's you guys don't sound very excited for a Call of Duty movie. It feels like.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how good of a movie can like actually be. I don't know. I mean, look, the Call of Duty, the story that they tie together is fine, but I think a lot of it is like the between cutscenes action that people get a kick out of.
Do they do a quick scoping scene, or like do they try to reference the act of quick scoping?
Jumps across a roof, flick shots with a sniper rifle.
Just like one handed.
Thank God for Snap 2 targeting. Hoorah!
I'm sure there'll be video game references in there, and yeah, I could see that.
Gotta get the Scavenger Pro, like some fucking cheesy line of dialogue.
Like
That's
Doom-
crazy.
Like the Doom movie, do they go first person at some random
Oh
point?
gosh, Doom movie, dude. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They had Steven Spielberg like lined up for that. They said no,
Yeah.
and now he's doing this year. I think it's out in like 2 months.
Oh,
Merciless 2.
He's doing Disclosure Day. That's out in like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, these are
I'm-
crazy looking trailers.
Yeah, I'm way more excited for the Street Fighter movie than the Call of Duty movie. Just like conceptually.
The Street Fighter movie looks like it's not going to take itself like seriously. So that'd
Exactly.
be fun. That's the idea, right? It'd be fun.
So Sean, I actually want to ask you, how do you feel about like Cody Rhodes as Guile, Roman Reigns as Akuma? Do you like those casting decisions, or are you like, eh?
I mean, like you said, it's not taking itself very seriously. I am a fan of the original Street Fighter movie because I thought it was the right amount of cheese. And, Jean-Claude Van Damme was coked out the whole time trying to fuck Kylie Minogue, which just makes for like a really interesting story. But like, if there's some cheese to it, like I don't mind it too much. So it's fine to me. I the more serious takes of video game movies are kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks fine. It's just a popcorn flick or whatever.
We get a new Mortal Kombat movie and a new Street Fighter movie in the same year.
Yeah, still can't touch the originals though.
Mortal Kombat 2. That's actually that's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat
next
2?
month.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. It's in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope that one's good because like I didn't like the 90s one is great, but like the reboot, the first of the reboot ones, 2021, I thought it was kind of like a very sloppy film. So
Okay.
I'm hoping this next one is better because like at least like the main character is not like an OC, it's Johnny Cage, which what should have been the first movie. But
We got Carl Urban in there. It'd be all right.
Yeah.
It's all right with that, I think.
he's in The Boys, which I'm watching right now. Great actor.
Oh, you started that up? You
What
started
season
that
are
up?
you at?
No, I've watched this show since 2022, so
Oh, okay,
I'm caught up with
okay.
the new season. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just got caught up on the last 3 episodes.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff.
Ooh,
Good
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Good
it's
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
Very good stuff.
It is good. Sean will never watch it because we're saying it's good. It's never gonna happen. Let's see.
Especially not with playoff basketball on, sir.
Well, okay, yeah, I get that. You should just watch the first episode and see what you think.
Nah, I'm
Watch
busy
the
with
first
watching
episode.
playoff basketball.
It's
You
really
have
good,
Amazon
Sean.
Prime?
It's you would I
Yeah.
I'm
Where do
I'm
you think I watched most of the games today?
Yeah,
They
they're
were
on
all
Prime.
they're all on Prime or like NBC, Peacock or Prime or something. I was
What's the
like,
number
well,
one show on Prime right now? Number 1, number 2 show on Prime?
Is it Invincible and The
Probably
Boys?
NBA playoffs.
No, check.
It's probably Invincible. And
I
The
am
Boys.
watching
It
the
really
NBA playoffs.
is, yeah.
I could not be disturbed.
Those are
can't
two good
believe the
shows
Lakers
too.
are gonna win
Watch
this.
both. It's a great time right now, by the way, for like TV or I guess called TV.
Yeah,
streaming
Daredevil, Boys,
Yep.
and Invincible.
Yeah.
At the same time. Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes. I haven't finished it in terms of the latest season, but yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, those are the 3 I'm bouncing between right now.
Evan, go ahead
So-
and ban Oasis Beyond, please. Thank you.
What did they say? What did they do?
B-ball sucks. You suck.
Oh,
How about
man.
Yeah.
that? Plus, you like Oasis. So what are we doing here?
Okay.
How
here,
many
basketball-
thousand people change?
I
Man,
basketball
not
sucks.
live strange.
I can see
Where
why
were
some people
you?
don't like it, but
Well, we were getting high.
I got that one. Kevin says, back in the day, I got Neo Geo and rented.
He rented it or something.
Rentalade.
I don't know if I'd be renting those out if I was a video store.
Oh, we got
Sir.
another genius, world-renowned GeoHound. Please bring that up.
Whoa, gosh, hold on, let me
Oh
see.
damn, dude, this guy's going off on you.
First off, anime icon, your opinion is invalidated. I have never voted for a president in my life. I'm not registered to vote. I don't think I've ever watched a whole Joe Rogan like I've seen clips on that. Loves misinformation. I'm not Nintendo Prime. Conspiracy theories, I will give you that though. I'll give you conspiracy theories, but
Hold on.
you know,
Yeah, no, he loves the hell out of that.
yeah,
Hold on,
if you're missing 3 out of 4 though, like no.
Hold on,
That's
the
crazy
boys
do you go
definitely.
Go ahead,
What?
go ahead,
Go, Sean.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, I said the boys definitely parody like all kinds of stuff. Like it's kind of crazy how close
Yes.
they are to a lot of stuff right
Everybody-
now.
It's getting kind of close. It's getting kind of close.
Yeah, it is. But they it's
Dude.
definitely not just like what they definitely do some stuff that makes fun of a bunch
Recent
of other
event, very
all
recent
sides at
events.
this point.
Very, yeah.
Like some of the characters in there are just obviously ridiculous, over the top, but even they just like Soldier Boy, obviously the way he refers to most
Oh
people.
my
it's
god,
hilarious.
Soldier Boy is so good. He's
Does he have a
so
system?
good.
What's that? No, Soldier Boy is you. The Deep and Soldier Boy, mix them together. That's you, Sean.
Yeah, Sean's the deep in Soldier Boy.
Sean out here having
Man,
sex with
ooh.
sea animals.
Oh, my.
No,
It sounds like
Soldier Boy,
South Park, but like not as
It-
good.
kind
It's superhero South Park, yeah.
It
It's
is
got
kinda
a little bit of
superhero
South Park
yeah.
in it. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It kind of is.
Yeah, I see it.
But no, the Deep and Soldier Boy definitely the way. the way he
Soldier
acts is
Boy's
kinda you, Sean.
references to like his references to old shit are
Yeah.
hilarious. Man.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny because Sean, you watch stuff from like the 1920s all the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, Soldier Boy.
I don't watch things from the 1920s. I was like Charlie Chaplin, who as a child I used to have a reoccurring nightmare about him. I hate Charlie Chaplin.
What?
He'll be in my next top 5 things I don't like video.
He is kind of scary, to be honest.
Dude, Charlie Chaplin is mad fucking weird, dude.
Let's see. This is Delco says, forget DSP as your next guest, RGT. The people want awful coaching. Ask him his thoughts on drop coverage.
That is
that
he
the
is
dude
my
you keep sending
yes.
like videos to? Okay,
yes.
yeah.
He is my favorite fucking YouTuber. His titles are so good. Steve Kerr is the reason why nobody should have sex and stuff like that. The dude is just mental. And the funny thing is, like, if you watch his, like, he occasionally does live streams, and it's just like the same thing. It's just deranged screaming about basketball for hours. I love that guy.
Foreign user says nobody hates Starfield. People are offended by Starfield because it's lazy and bad, and we're capable of much better. Kind of sounds like hate
offended
Starfield.
is I don't know if offended is the word either.
Yeah, I don't think the game's lazy. I think they probably worked hard on that game. It just didn't come together the way everybody would have liked, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens, you know.
Let's see. Ashoka says, "How you liking Mouse P.I. player essence?"
You see, let me tell you, it's fantastic. You see, man, it's fantastic.
You start that up? Are you starting it up? You gonna play it?
Yeah, for the last part of my my birthday stream, we played, and I was just acting like a freaking idiot the whole time with that voice. I was just literally talking in that voice the whole time, and like making cheese jokes.
Toasty says, "Will we ever see another company enter the console market like how Sony did in the '90s and Microsoft in the 2000s?"
Traditional? No. I think you might get alternative. I mean, like that. What was that fucking thing from last year that became popular? Even though
the
it
cube
released?
thing.
Oh,
man,
the
what
next.
was that called?
Next?
Yeah,
They raised the
next.
price though, and everybody was like, "Nah, we're good."
Drop the price. People just bring up Apple as like the company that would do it, but they don't really need to because they have an iPhone and they just make money on their store there and they have games that flow through that. So I have an Apple TV and there's a new one apparently that's coming up. New Apple TV that's gonna be more capable. I just don't think you're gonna see them release it as, hey, it's a game console. No, it's like, hey, it's a media center that can also kind of play games. So
I think there in the future there will be one. I don't know who it's going to be or how it's going to be, but I think there will be like another actual like console device in the future. Somebody will make it.
Well, tangentially related, do you see a reality where Apple buys Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo?
Oh, they could buy. Oh, because the idea of Xbox being sold off, of course, that's been brought up. It's like, would Apple buy the Xbox division? I don't know. I feel like they have a strong enough brand to where they put an Apple logo on something and it immediately is worth $100 more.
They can just let it die and then do their own thing for less money.
Yeah, I'd be curious because Apple has some very, very interesting technology with their M series chips, especially with the price point of like Mac Minis. It's still crazy to me the price they have those things at with like a new M5 chip and everything.
What are those at?
They're like $500. I think they're like $500 or $600 for the.
Yeah, I need to buy one for my wife. Okay, thank you.
For the Mac Mini. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a good. I have a Mac Mini and it's really nice. That's the thing, and it's it's 2 years old maybe now.
Yeah, I need to buy. I bought her one Lenovo. I bought her a Lenovo, and she likes it, but she wants the Mac, one of the Macs. She was telling me about it, but I didn't know what it was. I don't know Mac products, so.
Yeah, you can even go if honestly, depending on what she's doing with it. If you go back like a generation to like the M4 or something like that, you'd be perfectly fine. Especially if he's using it for.
She's not she's using it to watch Instagram reels and like whenever she doesn't feel like using her phone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if she wants to like the laptop format like that setup, or if she just wants a little desktop guy.
She wants a laptop, like you can take it. Anyway,
oh yeah, I would get the MacBook Neo for her then.
MacBook Neo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That one that's like $600 or it's $500 if you have like the student discount. But that's perfectly fine. That's the one I did a video on it, and it's actually pretty cool. It's well built, and it's set up specifically for what you're describing. Okay. Although it can edit 4K video, so
student discount too. Okay, yep. I like that.
$500 for the laptop, and it's pretty nice. Shockingly nice for that price point. Let's see.
I'll get that for her.
That would be my recommendation. Is that one or a MacBook Air? But honestly, for what you're saying, Neo is probably good enough.
I mean, she can do like light editing on there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. You can edit on there. The battery life's pretty good too. If you're like really thinking, oh, I want to have the new M series chip and really good battery, MacBook Air probably then, but the Neo is solid. Lonesome says, I've been telling people that if you want to play a Bethesda game, buy it on PC so the modders will fix it and make it playable. Bethesda still hasn't fixed the PS5 Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition.
Really? Huh.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, look, PC modders undefeated with that stuff, so. Derek says, stop giving Sony your money. They blame economic conditions for price hikes, yet they cut PS3 price in the 2008 recession. It's pure greed and hubris. Okay, so they cut the price point of the PS3 by removing half the system, basically. Like that system is way different than what it released, as when
they removed the entire like PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, like I think there was like 3 megabytes of RAM in the PS3.
Yeah.
Well,
it's got like I think 256 split. I think it's a dual 256 split. Of RAM. Yep. There's barely any. I mean, like that's the main issue. I mean, I see what you're saying, Derek, my boy. Like I get some of the stuff that you're saying when it comes to price increases. And listen, I'm not justifying it at all. But the problem here is they didn't have to deal with AI and RAM prices in today's day. So I'm pretty sure there's definitely a level of corporate greed, like there always is with everything. Yeah. So it's not like it's all just, it's none of it's their fault. But the PS3, there were more avenues and ways to cut prices of systems back in the day than compared to now, with considering the prices of things. But I feel you though, brother. I feel you.
They removed a lot.
Is that a Halloween outfit or is that a normal outfit? I hope it's a normal outfit.
Goes to the grocery store in that.
Yeah.
TJ says, reminds me of that time Game Trailers uploaded a video many years ago where they listed 10 game series that needed to die, Metal Gear Solid and Neptunia among them. Well, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear went through it with Metal Gear Survive, so.
And 5.
Yeah, that's true. Although I feel like there's a bit of a turnaround on 5. I think people are like thinking back on it as it being better than what it was received as back then.
That's the funny thing, because I remember 5 when it came out, they got like 9s, like it doesn't have like a 94, 95 Metacritic or something like that.
Good question. Metal Gear Solid.
It's got a good Metacritic. Yeah, the Metacritic's like 90 something.
And then it was
93, yeah.
like a year later. That's when
the game is mechanically good, but then you get near the end and you realize that was when he was getting laid off, and you're like,
Oh yeah, they were just pushing him out the door. Yeah.
get the special edition so you can watch the actual ending as like storyboard. Like, oh, that would have been cool.
No, the
I
game was
would've loved
definitely
that.
fun. Yeah. Shinru says, since we've seen a few companies doing it, if you guys could put yourselves into your favorite game, what game would it be?
Well, my favorite game I'd be getting shot at constantly. So let's do a different game.
Be in
than
a 2D plane in Mega Man X. So
Going left to right.
Man.
left and right all the
Do
time.
you think you actually see things there, or do you just see like a sliver of something ahead of
That's
you?
like that.
and you're
That's
just
like that
what is
flat,
that?
Flatland book or whatever, where they try to describe. You're like, I guess it's a line segment. Yeah.
Shenmue.
Shenmue. Okay.
Who would you be in Shenmue? Would you just be like a random
Would be the one looking for the
bystander, or-
sailors.
I'd be Tom. I'd be Tom. Slanging my hot dogs, just chilling.
Scott says, kind of funny that the Mass Effect trilogy, one of the greatest trilogies of all time, is Unkslop. These kids are literally playing nothing but Roblox. Opinion disregarded.
Fucking idiot.
Hey, Roblox hidden. Callan Shaw says, I'm behind, but can we now answer the question? Is Mouse P.I a boomer shooter? Also, what does that term mean to you?
I mean, mechanically, yeah.
Yeah,
But
it plays
it's-
like
but
Doom.
it does other stuff. So
Yeah, I guess it's
Yeah,
straightforward
boomer
as
shooter.
just keep pulling trigger and just running through.
Yeah.
there's like momentum based like movement a little bit. Like you can do weird fun stuff with that, and it's almost like a bullet hell, but first person.
Yeah.
Toasty says, PlayStation 3 is my favorite retro system, and my favorite game on it is Persona 5. It's
Banned.
gonna be 20. It's gonna be 20 years
Persona
old.
5, my favorite retro game. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's gonna be 20 years old soon. You got to do a video on that too, Radic. 20-year cycle of PS3.
I was thinking about doing a video on the PS3 store, but like, that's like a topic that's been like approached so many times now. It's like, how do I find like a new
Yeah, but
game?
people do still want to check it occasionally to see how the store's doing, because after the Netflix stuff getting dropped, I feel like that PS3 user base took a hit.
Dude, I saw that tweet. It was like, I think it was Millie A. She said like it was like 1.1 million active users before the Netflix shutdown. And after that, it dropped to like 250K. Which makes me very scared.
Yeah, they'll announce it in advance, I assume, but yeah, it might be worth capturing some footage and going through the store just to see what's going on there.
Oh yeah, it would be funny if it's still up and they're like, yeah, PS6, PS5, PS4, and PS3 and Vita all at the same time.
That's the thing that I think that's going to be the biggest part of it, is when they go to PS6 or start talking about it, they're going to think about cutting off obviously PS3 and Vita then. BBL says, is every studio using Unreal Engine bad for the gaming industry? A lot of these games feels the same with just different skin. I can't explain it. There is the Unreal Engine effect that I think people are noticing because a lot of games are using it. It has kind of the Unreal Engine look to it, but I understand what you mean about the feel as well, just kind of using that engine.
Yeah, but we've seen good variation between games, and also it technically, if you're learning how to make a video game, how are you going to learn on a proprietary engine for a company without working for the company versus an engine you have access to?
Yeah,
so it's better for people to get into it. But
yeah, it's a human resources thing. It's like if people are moving, or if they're trying to get new people, I mean, proprietary is just going to be a lot more difficult than bringing somebody over from somewhere else. They can instantly start working. It's like, if you did like tech stuff like Slack or certain types of programs, SQL. A lot of them use the same. A lot of companies use the same stuff because they can just, easily for human resources. So bring people over.
And John, you could probably help me out here. That wasn't like a huge issue with like Halo or 343 back in the day. Like they would hire contract workers, they would learn slip space, then they would leave, and then we have to hire new workers.
There was they even said like the spin up time for slip space was like months.
Yeah, it was half the contract usually. So that's how Microsoft just operates, and it might work on their side with business and development for Windows or what have you, but doesn't work on the video game side. So you have like people who are still there all the time, but then they would do a lot of contract work that the way corporations, of course, they have an end time for contracts and they just rehire these same people a few months later. So there are certain things they can get around for taxes and benefits. It just works out for the big corporation, not necessarily the contractors. So yeah, didn't work out well there. Now they're looking Unreal Engines. There you go. All right. I think that's everything. I got everybody. Yes. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me go around here as we finish up. OJ, sir, where can everyone find you? Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can find me right here on YouTube, Player Essence. Sean's favorite videos coming up next week. It's going to be a
Can't
full
wait.
Xenoblade
how
Chronicles
long?
X review.
How long are we
So,
looking at? Like runtime?
for the video,
Yeah.
I don't know the runtime. I mean, I don't want it over. Sorry, there's a loud ass freaking motorcycle. I don't want it longer than like 30 minutes, but it might be like somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes. So
Okay.
won't be too bad on runtime. So yeah, got that coming up. Also got a bunch of cool live streams. I pretty much stream daily. So if you want to hang out on streams, talk about Nintendo and RPG games, that's what I do on my channel all the time. So, yeah, and I got a really cool video that I'm doing coming up here with a ton of games. If you're looking at like upcoming games, got a big video that's coming up. So yeah, check that out. It's gonna be fun on the channel next week.
All right, let's go over to Sean, Couch GT.
You can find me on the couch watching the NBA playoffs. Let's go Knicks. Visit my second channel where I made a video discussing which is the worst driver, female Nissan Altima / Sentra drivers or male BMW drivers. The results may shock you.
It's male BMW, right?
No,
Oh.
it's female. Because I make some good points, though. I make some good points.
All right, I'll have to
Because
check it out. He said without
see?
actually checking it out.
Let's go over to Radic. Where can I find you?
I am at Real Radic on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Thanks once again, everybody, for showing love for my Uncharted video. Twisted Metal video is going to come up probably Monday or Tuesday. And then, yeah, I have a lot more stuff in the works for my YouTube channel. So once again, thanks, everybody. And yeah.
Let's go over to Evan.
You can find me Kimrex Project, social media, and streams. I managed, despite all the problems with distribution and pre-orders selling out in a minute, to actually snag 2 of these that dropped today. So that was awesome. So we got a lot of hobby to do on this week. That'll be kind of fun.
DC Fatcat says, play the better Forza Horizon 6 on Techno Parrot with initial D Arcade, $6 for subscription, and enjoy Japanese racing at its best.
I mean, they're kind of different games, though.
Feels directed towards Sean right there. Well, we're hoping Sean can do some Forza Horizon 6 coverage. This is his moment. He's been waiting for a long time for this to happen. So
I have. Yeah.
finally going to get this. So what a month away. We're a month away. Can you believe it? So close. So close. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the super chats and support, of course, as well. And we will be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you guys then.
Thank you.